Smoke and mirrors, guys. Welcome to the movie factory.
Ooh, so exciting, isn't it?
Trust me. Please, we can kill it.
Furiosa, I'm trying to put tire bomb on this jungle track.
You're not gonna die, bitch.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Now you want to get nuts? Wakanda forever! Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
You're gonna see some serious shit.
All right. Smoke and Mirrors coming back with another one, episode 44.
Rule number 1, no noise. No questions. If you make a noise, Mr. 44 makes a noise. If you ask a question, Mr. 44 answers it.
4 fours. The gun is here. How we living there, big dogs? We good?
Yeah, good, man. Gun
good.
Running and gunning. Gunning them cheeks. How you going?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Big chilling. I went to sleep at fucking 6 a.m. because I couldn't fucking sleep.
Jeez.
All this video editing until the early hours of the morning got me going, son.
Do it. Love that game.
Jesus. But into our streaming news. So we got so we were looking at the expenditure for some of our streaming studios out there, and we found that Amazon has spent $11 billion on streaming content on their service.
10.9 of that being for the Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah.
That's
Has to be.
Has to be.
And the remaining 0.1 is all the marketing that they're going to do.
Yeah.
The rest of it they just got for free.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Bezos just pulled the rest of that out of his fucking pocket. That probably got $1 billion notes, I'm telling you.
The only on the planet.
That got Ush bucks.
The Usher bucks on Bezos is wild.
He's in a strip club. Throwing Bezos bucks.
Bezos bucks would probably be real money too.
Oh, no, up in, when he makes the Elysium up in space, you know it's going to be Bezos bucks.
Oh, man. Fucking.
I don't want to see that head on the fucking, on my dollars over.
That don't look
I want to
like.
see that shit.
Who's that? Oh, Howie Mandel.
Fucking. There was a 30% increase in Elongate coin as well. People is making money in crypto now, man. That and Safe Moon. Put some money into it.
I don't know what both these is about, but I applaud them.
It's a dollars.
So that $11 billion was acquisitions as well. So without remorse, like all those movies, Amazon might not have funded from the get-go, but might have picked them up like from other studios and whatnot.
Who did Without Remorse originally? Is it Paramount?
Paramount.
It is Paramount. Yeah, very good.
Very
It's
surprised.
very funny, huh?
Yeah.
Very funny you wouldn't keep that to launch on your...
It's too risky.
On your what do you mean it's too risky? That brings eyes to your streaming service.
I know, but if they wanted to make money
Yeah.
so that they could pay for more shit, because quietly after that, they greenlit all the shit on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
What's the. Like, not to go off topic, but what's the guy that did Wind River? Taylor Sheridan?
Yeah.
I'd like to see him do a Tom Clancy adaptation.
If he did Rainbow Six,
Mate.
Make it happen.
that'd be next level. So Netflix, in comparison, spent $13 billion. Which is big money.
Yeah.
And like Netflix is consistently going up every year by like $2 billion.
Yeah.
Next year you can be rest assured they'll be spending $15 billion.
Yeah, and then they'll take out another $50 billion loan.
Just for 5 years.
Come on, baby.
You know I'm good for it. So kicking off in Oklahoma this week was Killers of the Flower Moon, the Martin Scorsese directed, Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro starring. Thriller, Whodunit, start of the FBI. So I'm excited for that, man, because that's going to be straight up on Apple next year.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That reminds me, I need to... Do you still have Knives Out?
Yeah, man.
I need to watch that shit.
Mask off,
4K
Knives
Blu-ray.
out.
Strap on. This should be good, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
And especially, like, it's weird that it's not coming out this year, to be honest. Because Scorsese shoots quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scorsese is the only person I know who could shoot an effects-heavy movie like Hugo in a year and get it done.
Yeah. But he probably shoots all that shit real quick. Then he had the 3D post-production and everything.
Draws a lot of his stuff as well.
I reckon, like, no one ever talks about it, but Martin Scorsese hasn't locked 100% of his brain. So while he's doing other shit, he already thinking, storyboarding in the back of his mind how he's going to shoot everything.
Yeah. That's God. Yeah. All right, so Netflix, they're setting up this animated show called Wings of Fire. So this is a series that's from Ava DuVernay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like dragons.
Yeah.
And they've overrun. There's like a group of bad dragons, and then there's like, I think 5 good dragons that have been sort of released or something like that, and then they go set out to save the world.
It's a luck dragon there.
Should be. Can you imagine that luck dragon?
It's weird that the luck dragon was like a full-on Asian dragon and they never talk about it, eh?
No. But they totally bid it for Avatar.
Yeah.
That was low-key a luck dragon. You just had an arrow pointed on his head.
What if this is Dragonheart all over again?
Better not be.
They struck lightning once with that property.
Yeah, and then tried to do it again.
Dragonheart, a new beginning.
It was asked out.
Fuck
outta
here.
So we have Amy Garcia, who was scriptwriter for Lucifer, wasn't it?
Yeah, but she's done a few other things. Supposedly she's like really big.
Yeah.
Fingers in many pies.
Yeah. Very big in the game, supposedly.
Good.
But
I like it.
As do I.
She's been tasked with penning the 47 Ronin sequel at Netflix. So this is another fantasy piece that's going to go to Netflix. We were talking about it before, how the sequel would sort of work out, where it would begin, shit like that. I still don't know myself.
Apparently it's like cyberpunk Tokyo. So that's the setting for it when they say future.
Yeah.
So like I was thinking and hoping, what if like they clone Keanu Reeves and Hiroyuki Sanada's characters, or all the 47 Ronin.
They'd have to do all 47.
And kind of have it set up there in the future.
If they do that, I'm cool with that, just as long as they don't have that like adjustment comedy period. You know, where it's like, oh, this is a cup, and it's like, no, in the future, this is where you shit or something like that.
You will shit.
Just bring out 3 seashells.
We will go to Pizza Hut.
Fuck.
Taco Bell. Yeah. So Dakota Johnson, she's setting up. I think this is over at Netflix. I think. She's setting up. It's an adaptation of Jane Austen's Persuasion novel, but it's a modern day take on this whole thing. I have no idea what this novel's about.
So she turns this guy away. He's really after her. He turns her away, and then she falls on hard times, and then he comes back and he like, tries his luck again, and then she's sort of like, do I or don't I? So she's like wondering if she can give a guy a second chance or something like that, as she starts believing in second chances.
This bitch a gold digger.
We'll see. Jane Austen, Dakota Johnson.
See how it works out.
Yeah. Emilia Clarke has scored a big role in Disney's Secret Invasion, set up over there at Marvel. So she'll be joining, I think, just announced this week, Olivia Colman as well. Samuel L. Jackson.
Sam Jackson. The Aussie.
Ben
Mendelsohn.
Mendelsohn got a shout out.
Beyond Blue. That's how I know.
So this should be good, man. I was thinking like Olivia Colman, Samuel L. Jackson, that doesn't really ring action. So having a younger sort of cast member like Emilia Clarke in there, so they can do the action up in there.
Yeah. What do you mean? They just, if they want to do action, they just change themselves into a scroll and then get after it.
Yeah,
that'd be dirty if they just did that. Eh? Every time there's an action sequence, they just change themselves into a scroll.
What do you call it? Was it Emilia Clarke doing majority of the action in Solo?
Doubt it.
Or was it a lot of stunt double work?
She did some fighting and stuff. I don't know. She doesn't really have like a big action background. I mean, she was in Terminator Genesis, but yeah.
That's
she
Terminator
did
Genesis.
action in there though.
Yeah.
She did a few stunts in there. You could see it was her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. So Netflix has set the fucking new seasons of Witcher and Cobra fucking Kai for later this year.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'm fucking pumped, man.
Same.
Fuck.
I just can't wait for this shit.
Fucking oath. I hope they have another one shot in there for season 2.
For Witcher.
Yeah.
What was the one shot in season 1 again?
First episode when he's in thingy Blaviken.
Ah, yeah, and he takes out all them O's.
Yeah.
Oh. I haven't seen anything, but like Henry Cavill's been training for ages.
2
just for
years.
this. Yeah. So along with those releases in Q4, we'll also get Red Notice, which is the Rawson Marshall Thurgood.
Yeah.
I probably fucked his name up.
Thurber?
Thurber Wilson.
Rawson Marshall Thurber?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not Thurgood Marshall.
That's right. It's a fucking Trappist name.
I know.
So yeah, Q4, that's the big one with The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot.
It's cool though because Six Underground came out around that same time as well.
Yeah.
Wish they'd do a sequel to that fucking
Same. I enjoyed that
man.
movie.
I loves that shit.
I'm gonna watch that shit
just-
again, man.
It was just bait, like, on a Netflix budget, but still.
Did they?
That was a big
That
budget.
was a big budget, but they made a shit ton of money with that one.
Yeah. Netflix don't release their shit on 4K, do they?
No.
They do in the States, so they release like Stranger Things and stuff like that. They
But
just do it
only
really
on
weird.
Blu-ray.
No, 4K.
Really?
Yeah, at Target they had 4K editions of the first season, but then it doesn't have HDR.
Oh.
Then the second season, I think they had HDR, but then they didn't have Atmos, something like that.
Well,
They're just weird, inconsistent.
True.
so Sony announced today because of their pay one deal that they have with Netflix. So any movies that come out within the next 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, within the next 2 years, 6 months later, will play on Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. And this is well after, say, Blu-ray and all that sort of stuff. So now they've set their pay 2 deal, right? So their pay 2 deal allows them to go to Disney Plus and release all of their back catalog and all that sort of stuff on Disney Plus as well.
Yep.
So
they get it after Netflix.
Yeah, they get it after Netflix. So is it, how long up? Is it 12 months then?
So the initial period is whatever Sony's theatrical window is.
Yeah.
And then 9 months after
months
that,
after?
that's when it goes to Netflix. And then whatever terms that they sort of dictate there over at Netflix, they could have it 6 to 12 months or something. And then after that, it'll launch on Disney
Wow.
Plus. I'm not too sure about the catalog title. So if
catalog they said will come to it'd be spread over Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Right. So they'll be able to show they'll be able to have all of the Spider-Man movies within that Marvel MCU pack that they have on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Which is what they kind of wanted.
Yeah. So then everything will be in one space.
Yeah. Yeah. Even
Which
though
makes sense.
Not everything is there now.
No.
Yeah. It's a bit weird.
But it's almost like Netflix going, hey, you want the rest of this sandwich?
Yeah. I know. You want to take a bite of this? You want to finish this off?
Got a couple of ex-girlfriends over here. So Hulu has greenlit Hilary Duff's How I Met Your Father spin-off. So this isn't a sequel series or anything like that. A lot of the original creators of How I Met Your Mother will come back. But yeah, she'll kick that off shortly, and I think they're filming in Canada.
I still need to finish How I Met Your Mother.
I never started it.
I never started it.
It could be good. I don't shit on people that like.
Not for me, is what I'm saying. Not for me. Not my type of show.
So, as we reported before, unfortunately, Quibi is leaving.
Dead.
It's kaput.
Finished.
And now the one final piece of Quibi's content. So they had a myriad of shows which were aired on Quibi, as well as some which were unreleased,
Yep.
have now been rebranded to Roku. And these will be will have the Quibi name removed from them, and they'll now be officially known as Roku Originals.
But these are like the big shows that Quibi did. You know what I mean? So this is the John Travolta one. This is and Kevin Hart and all that stuff. And like, these are all the big hitters that they should have released straight up.
The one thing like on here that I'm looking forward to is that Slugfest one, the docu-series that the Russo brothers did about the Marvel and DC fight.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hanging for it. So if I wonder what they'll do for international rights, because there's probably some money to be made there, or if Roku's got them, or if Quibi or if Katzenberg kind of
I thought they were going to go Netflix for international.
They didn't confirm.
Yeah.
They just closed it down.
No info just yet.
Yeah.
But they did say that it'll solely be Roku for now.
Yeah. We don't, like over here, we don't really have Roku like that.
Roku, they include those in like the Optus deal and shit like that.
Yeah. But the crazy thing about this as well is that a lot of the series or films will be free to stream. Will be ad supported.
Yeah. So it'll be exclusive to Roku's channel, that they're creating curated content.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense then, because on the new LG TVs, they have a Roku 10 button.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how much they spend to put those buttons on there?
Really?
Yeah. They have the companies actually have to pay LG money to put the button on the controller.
Wow.
So you know how currently there was just it was Netflix and Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus.
Disney Plus is on there.
Disney Plus is there now as well. Roku 10 is next to it.
Yeah, I hardly ever use them buttons.
I don't use it either. I got my Apple TV. Sockman jaw. Pop goes the weasel. So Netflix is they're close to finishing a deal on a Kiss biopic. So I'm hoping it's not a movie. I'm hoping it's like, a limited series that they do over at Netflix so that we can see sort of everything that comes with that band. Because, this is a band that's been going for, like 30, 40 years now.
Yeah.
Like they've got, tenure in the game.
Yeah. And they started as like, there was only two of them.
A duo, yeah.
And then they had to recruit Peter Criss and I think the bass player or something like that.
But weren't they like the originators of glam rock and all that? Like after these guys, there was your Motley Crues and things like that, or am I thinking of something else?
They did originate the makeup and stuff
The
just to
makeup
differentiate.
Yeah.
So was it KISS stands for Knights in Satan's Service?
Allegedly, that's what that means. That's what we got told as kids.
Oh man,
it was the worst.
When you're brought up and like your dad's like, you can't listen to this music.
I know.
And it's like, motherfucker, this isn't even my music. This is your music.
I know. This is your music. I have hip hop, by the way. That's my music.
Dad did.
Don't listen to my music.
Dad looked at that. Was it Illmatic? No,
it was the If I Ruled the World
single.
Yeah,
said it was satanic.
Idiot.
So HBO Max chief officer over there said that the Snyder Cut actually helped generate 3 million subscribers, extra subscribers. So in terms of how HBO Max and Warner's is doing this year during the pandemic, they've increased, I think, profits by 3.5 billion.
And just in that 1 month would have generated 65 mil, or, at least how much? 15 times 10, $150 million just for that 1 month of the Snyder Cut.
That's wild. Wild numbers.
Did you see after the Army of the Dead trailer dropped, there was that group of kids who redid it?
Yeah.
And then Zack Snyder got in touch with them and everything?
And reposted it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's crazy. They did something similar with Extraction as well.
Yeah. Those kids are amazing, man.
Are they the same kids?
Same kids.
Fuck.
Yeah.
The I think they're from Ghana or something like that. Some African.
I didn't see that. But like with the the Extraction one, they did that, right? Then Netflix were like, and the Russos were like, well, you did this on the equipment that you had. Now let's see what you can do with the equipment that we're going to give you.
Yeah.
Gave them fucking drones and cameras and sound equipment, fucking everything so that they could make like short films and content and shit.
Amazing.
What I loved about the video was that, so instead of having like the Carol Baskins tiger, the zombie one, they got the fucking dog. And they made it like bark on command. And Zack Snyder sitting there, he's like, I wonder how they did that. And he's like, asking them questions like, how did you get the dog to bark on command? Things like that. That cardboard piece is excellent. I want that for my office and all this shit. Yeah, it was mad. Full out chat with them.
That's crazy. I love when that sort of shit happens.
Yeah, it's so wholesome, man.
Yeah. To
So
me,
good.
that's like the world turning the right way.
Yeah, but these are like this is our future, right? So all these kids are getting informed by these filmmakers, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to do it themselves.
Yeah.
This is how they do it, man.
This is like the next generation of Sam Raimi's coming up.
That's right.
And Greg Nicoteros and stuff like
Yep.
that. Who like try to do everything, shoestring budget, but at a level that
Yeah.
they can compete.
Man, I saw pictures of, who was it? There's pictures of Sam Raimi and someone else.
Campbell?
No. Sam Raimi and some other massive director, right? And this is at his Cannes premiere for fucking Evil Dead. This is like a 25-year-old fucking Sam Raimi. just
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's insane. So we got Maya Erskine from Pen 15 or Penis. I don't know if they just outright call the show Penis.
No, they call it Pen 15.
Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, I'd have to be like, have you seen Penis?
So you just out in cuffs.
So she's joined the Obi-Wan show.
Yeah.
So undisclosed role, which either means villain or love interest to me. Or child.
Or child.
But no other details have been given. It's almost like we get nothing until we get everything.
Yeah. It's how it's been with these Disney Plus shows.
And then 36 teaser trailers and 95 TV spots.
I watched the one trailer. You got me for one trailer.
It's just a title card.
I know.
Then you got me for 2 trailers.
Even if it is a title card, I'll be cool with it.
Same.
I think we've seen one already. They released the title card.
Yeah, they released the... Yeah. Yeah. That's
Oh,
your
okay.
one, motherfucker. Don't be going in for the next one.
So Adam McKay was talking about the Parasite series that he's attached to at the moment. And they were asking him, is it going to be a remake, a Western remake? Is it going to be a sequel to the film? And he's confirmed that it isn't a remake or a sequel to the film, but it will contain elements that the original director wasn't able to, I guess, incorporate into that film.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I still haven't watched it, eh?
Like, I really like that movie. The premise of the movie is unreal.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu. I need to fucking get to it.
I was kind of hoping that it would be a sequel series because at the end of the
Yeah.
movie, there's something that happens, and
Yeah.
I won't spoil any of that shit
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you haven't watched it there.
This is the same guy who did The Host, yeah? Or am I thinking of someone else?
No, you're right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's the O.
That's Bong.
All right.
Pong Juno. Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. And
Really excited.
like, I think it's set up at Netflix, isn't it? Or
Yes.
Amazon.
Either Netflix or Amazon. One of them's got it. I think Amazon right now, I think you can stream Parasite. Yeah, they came out that like straight away. You know all these HBO releases that have been coming out?
Yeah.
You know, in the UK, they pay $15.99 on Amazon and they get to stream it.
Like each title?
Each title. They're so pissed off right now because they do not have a release date for Mortal Kombat.
Spewing.
I'd die. That was like the one place on the planet they didn't launch that movie.
Wow.
Well, in Japan, it's launching in June. So,
Are they trying to kill the movie?
I don't know. It's dumb.
Fucking
For me,
hell.
that's dumb.
That's just dumb shit, man.
Yeah. All right. So Bautista, Dave Bautista came out and he was getting interviewed by GQ or something, someone like that. And they asked him, what do you want to be, in a Drax or in a Drax TV show or a Guardians of the Galaxy TV show? And Bautista, being Bautista, came out and just said, "Fuck no, I don't want to do that shit."
Yeah.
Currently, I spend 6 hours in makeup just to do the role for the film. And I hate sitting down and doing the makeup. And I can't see myself doing that every single day for 3-4 months.
Yeah, that'll be wild. He's doing it extra because they're doing the
Holiday special.
the holiday special, and he's gonna do 3 shortly after that.
Is Mark Hamill going to be in that holiday special?
I don't know why.
Because he posted a picture of when James Gunn posted the picture of the script that he wrote.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill commented on it.
Hey, what did he say?
I don't know. I can't remember, but I know he commented.
See you in July.
I hope not. Fuck, I hope that Bautista is Bane, though, somehow.
I know, man.
That'd
the
be
fact
cool.
that he just like stormed the WB office and just like sat them down. I want to be Bane. We don't have any current plans for that character, but
Assume just grab that like Spectre.
just crush him.
I forgot about that. Same.
Shows how much I watch Spectre.
I've only watched that movie maybe 3 times.
Yeah, I haven't got any love for Spectre.
I can't get past the first part. It takes too long for me. The opening scene, they bragged about it being the longest Bond opening scene on the planet. Was in Mexico.
Ah, yeah.
I can't get through that scene, man. It's just
too much one shot for me. That's like death by one shot.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but there's too much dead air in that fucking one shot, man. It's fucking stupid.
Fucking do something. You're Bond.
The only Spectre I acknowledge is fucking Inspector Gadget. That's all I'm saying.
My man, Matthew Broderick. Matty bro.
The opening for fucking what's his face was the second one. The Quantum of Solace.
That
is
was fire.
unmatched, man.
Oh man.
It's funny though because like it just starts with him.
Yeah, you changing gears, like the sun going over his face, and then that soft music, and then just that roar of that fucking engine,
and then it just gets deadly.
I know, it's dangerous after that.
That was the maddest fucking movie to watch real loud as well.
Oh, man.
Because the engine hits and then it just
the Blu-ray still sounds better than this 4K Blu-ray.
fuck off.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. It does.
I remember that having a full 7.1 surround sound soundtrack.
They didn't change the disc sizes when they changed to 4Ks, did they?
It's a dual layer now. It
Yeah,
is. It
should
is
be
different.
100.
It's 100.
Should be
now.
100.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, fucking if they were still using the same ones, do you reckon they just like took more audio bit rate out to make up for the fucking 4K then?
Yeah, well, they didn't upgrade the audio. Misstep.
Dicks, man.
So The Last of Us is getting 2 Oscar-nominated directors in Jasmila Zbanek and Ali Abbasi, who could be walking away with an Oscar this Sunday.
You reckon?
Could be. They're nominated for Quo Vadis Ada,
What is this?
foreign film.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they could be getting in early. Just so they can either put Oscar-nominated or Oscar-winning directors on there. Know what I mean? And get them in now before the price goes up.
Is there
Please.
Is there any way to watch this movie right now? Like stream it?
Not that I know of, eh?
Because there might be some elements in there that might actually...
To be honest, this is the first time that I've heard about this.
Yeah.
So, that I think promotional material just wasn't there.
Did that Netflix movie get nominated for the set with the Afghani army guys? Did that
Mosul?
get nominated? Yeah, did Mosul get nominated at all?
I don't know, actually.
Should have.
For
I don't know.
what
That's a foreign film.
It is a foreign film.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
Is it? It's foreign set and like it's completely set in a foreign language. But it's directed by Matthew Michael Carnahan.
Who's that?
I don't know, part of the Carnahan crew.
Anyway,
Doesn't look like it.
That was fire, that movie, though.
I still haven't finished it off, man.
Finish that off.
Jesus!
Fucking pause.
Rainn Wilson. That's disgusting.
So the Continental show has been fleshed out a little bit. So we got a few tidbits there. So one, the show will be set 40 years in the past. So it's a prequel.
So Mr. Wick will just be a little baby by that time.
Yep, he'll be training
Maybe 15 years old.
in that gulag set up there in the ballerinas. And it'll follow a young Winston. So we'll kind of get to see all of his dealings. At that point, he might not have been the curator and owner. And
At that point, Winston would just be, he'd be how old? 20-something.
yeah.
25, 26 years old. Winston would literally be an assassin. He'd just be a normal assassin.
I wonder if he would be, or learning the trade of how to kind of house assassins. Know what I mean?
What if this follows Winston, something akin to fucking, what's his name? Tim Roth in 4 Rooms. He's not like in a comedic way, but more so fucking, he's there as like a bellboy at the Continental. Maybe he's the Lance Reddick of the Continental at that time, and he's learning about all these assassins and then just learns it, like the politics.
I thought that Lance Reddick was an assassin as well. I always thought that those were the levels that you get to. Start off as a normal assassin, you know what I mean? Do your hits and whatnot, so you can eventually become a manager of the Continental, so that you can become a what's his face after that, like an owner of the Continental, and then become an adjudicator, and then finally get to the high table. I thought those were the steps that you needed to take.
I always thought it was just like different roles that they played within the assassin underbelly.
Do you reckon this new trilogy of Wick will end with Reeves moving into something like that?
I'd like to see him on the high table.
Can you imagine if he's like the head of the high table?
Can you imagine him killing the high table?
Yeah.
I reckon that's what's going to happen in 5. But who do you reckon could play a young Winston?
Is he going to be Welsh, like what's his face is?
Yeah, but what's his face? He does it like a very proper English accent.
Yeah.
Not
Cillian
like straight
Murphy.
Welsh. That'd be
Yeah.
mad if you had like...
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy's actually a good choice there.
Yeah. Killian Murphy is the accent god. Like,
No fucking fighting.
He is the accent guy. But I'm excited for it, man.
Same. I can't wait to see what they do. I hope they have the same sort of production values and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kolstad is writing it or what's happening.
He was involved in the development of it.
I mean, after Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'd like to see him, do that long form. I think the most exciting thing for me about this was the approach that they're going to take, right? So that it's going to be 90-minute episodes. It's going to be like Luther. So it'll be like a nice 90-minute episode, little half a movie there, or sometimes a movie, like them 80s movies.
Yeah.
And it'll only be like 3 or 4 episode seasons, which
I
for me is
don't mind
fire.
that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at
fire,
all.
son.
That's like 4 movies.
Fuck yeah, man.
Do you reckon this will fall in line with Ballerina as well?
I don't know. Whenever, just because Len Wiseman's attached to Ballerina, it throws me out completely.
I feel that.
I just see the blue filter coming up and that steely sort of surgical look
Yeah.
that he always goes for.
Well, he tries to go for the Cameron look, but just can't pull it off.
Nah.
Pause. Who says that what's his face isn't the ballerina though? That John isn't the ballerina.
True.
Like we always think that a ballerina is a girl. So why can't ballerina be set now in that same continental world at the same time with John coming up through the ranks?
True.
Well, like a full-on prequel.
Yeah. That'd
Maybe.
be cool.
Maybe we'll get to work out what the impossible task was.
We know we got to see that shit. Even if they de-age Keanu, I need to see that impossible task.
It'd be kind of weird if they de-aged him.
It wouldn't be too bad. He'd still keep the beard.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And if it's him doing it, like Sam Jackson did it for what's his face?
That was good de-aging.
Yeah, but that's because it's all makeup. It's makeup and a little bit of CG assist.
The thing is, though, when Keanu grows the beard and he's got the long hair like that, dude still looks like he's like mid-30s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could be fine there. And maybe instead of doing a fucking movie about the impossible task, maybe Stahelski needs to just, fuck around and find out if a short story would work. As in just a 45-minute film of just that.
That'd be sick.
That would be cool.
Just 45 minutes of straight ass-to-ass action.
Jeez, that would be cool. So we had again with the Scorsese. So Scorsese is going to work with Paul Schrader again. So Paul Schrader wrote Taxi Driver, and I think he did
Dog Day.
Not for Scorsese though. Did Taxi Driver, Dog Day. He did damn it,
Temptation of Christ.
Temptation of Christ with Scorsese. So they're going to work together again. I don't know if Scorsese's going to direct because he's got so much on his fucking plate right now. It's amazing. But they're working together to bring this Christianity series, right? So they want to do a multi-season sort of deal.
Yeah.
About the origins of Christianity.
Yeah.
Right. So they talk about referencing the apostles and Apocrypha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like before the New Testament.
Yeah.
Right. So it's Old Testament shit. Because supposedly in the New Testament, there's a lot of stories and whatnot in there. And, you know, it's a sort of a
Mishmash.
sort of watered down version of the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they want to bring that version to light.
All that eye for an eye shit, that was Old Testament.
Yeah. Some wild shit in there.
Yeah. So we'll see how it plans out. This could be like real violent because it might also show like the pagan origins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why, allegedly, the reason why we have that is because you had the rise of Christianity and you had the rise and you had still people being pagans, right? So pagans and the Christians were warring together. And you had you had Constantine, who was the Caesar at the time, and he wanted to stop the fighting. So he put all the pagans and the Christians in one room, and they designed how they wanted everything. So because, like, for example, because there's, they were like, we need this day, which is December 25th, as we want that as the birth date of Jesus. The pagans on the other side had another ritual at the exact same time, so they put them both together and we get Christmas. Yeah. Like that's how they organized all that stuff. Yeah. I'd like to see all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'm excited for that, man.
Yeah. Especially with all the controversy that was held with their previous fucking partnership. That was like fucking 30 years ago, man.
Yeah, man.
But Average Farm remembers though.
But yeah, this is all allegedly going to be set up over at Apple with what's his face's deal. Scorsese's deal.
Of course.
Of course it would.
The pie just gets bigger.
Badly. It's a $90 million show. I'm going to need at least $180 million on top of that because I need my cut.
And it's period
so
piece.
needs his cut.
And you just know 3 months after this conversation, the price for Lord of the Rings went to $1.2 billion for that first season.
And 40 people watched.
So Jeremy Renner was on IG, shooting the shit, and he has confirmed that the Hawkeye show has officially wrapped production, which will be premiering on Disney Plus this fall.
In the fall. So we're looking at what? August to September?
Yeah. Around then. Maybe even
Shit.
before. July, August, September is the fall.
July is straight summer, B.
End of.
June, July, August. September is going into the fall.
September. Okay, September's the end of fall then. Because October, November, December is winter.
When is American autumn? September to December.
Yeah, because their winter is our summer, which starts in Jan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Excited to see Vera in there. Vera Farmiga, Florence Pugh, Tony Dalton, Zahn McClarnon.
Do you reckon we get some of the guys from what's his face? Black Widow in there somehow?
Florence Pugh is going to be in there. And Julia, no, she's not going to be in there. She's not going to be in there.
It's not happening.
Cut it out.
And that's it for streaming news this week.
Yep.
There's actually quite a bit of streaming news.
It was
quite a bit of
heaps.
film news too.
There is. It's coming on. It's coming on strong now because they're going to start getting more people in the cinemas now. So
Yeah.
our film news is going to be huge.
So kicking it off, Ben Wheatley was discussing his Meg 2 plans. So he said, while Free Fire, I was like happy as shit because like I could do the action that I wanted to do. Now he's got an even bigger budget. He said some of the sequences are going to be unbelievable because he gets to play with that much money.
Please. It just means you can put more CG on the screen.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But I didn't mind the first Meg. Yeah. I'm excited for Meg 2.
Mm-hmm. I am, but that first book?
Yeah.
I didn't see anything from that first book in that movie.
Nah, actually. The first book, he kills the shark completely different. In this, they had to blow it up again.
Yeah, but then, like, you know, they have the second shark that they've got in that whale sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the baby.
Yeah.
They didn't have the what's his face, the Lake Placid ending.
Cupid.
That's Inner Space.
That's in space.
It's the Bob Marley track.
We're jamming.
But yeah, Statham returns. It's all happening.
Yeah. Statham is looking to make this like one of his big franchises.
Yeah, he was like $1 billion this franchise.
It's a megalodon. So Chris...
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say I was low-key hoping they'd just do a fucking trilogy of Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, that's on the plans. That's happening. That Chris Morgan or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He said it's going down in the DMs. Yeah. So Christian Bale was spotted out here in Australia. He's off quarantine. He was out at the beach.
Palm Beach.
Champion. It's like fucking 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Fucking far away from us. But yeah, he completely shaved his head.
Yeah, and he's looking pretty gaunt too.
Yeah, very lean. Very lean.
I honestly reckon it's because he's got makeup, like extensive makeup. Because when you look at Gore, like his character in the comics, he's actually like he's got like almost like a Voldemort sort of face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then like his head shape's a bit different too.
So have we seen Bale wear extensive prosthetics yet? We haven't, eh? Because he's always trying to put the weight on or take the weight off.
No, actually.
We've never seen him. Yeah.
Not with facial prosthetics.
Not with facial. Yeah. He was talking about, what's his name? Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
And he was like, as soon as I saw Gary with all the makeup and everything, I knew I never have to put the weight on or take the weight off or anything. All right.
Fucking Bale was out here as well. Enjoyed a day at the beach. Had a good fucking time. No one noticed him.
Nah.
It was fucking crazy.
He's
But
out
then,
in,
wild.
He's out in Oz, that's why.
yeah,
We
but
don't
then,
give a fuck.
oh yeah, it's Christian Bale. Yeah, fuck it, mate.
Oh yeah, it's fucking Batman, eh? We'll just go back to doing what we do.
You got any of those fucking batarangs, champion?
Fuck. But what also came out was Russell Crowe was on one of our Aussie radio shows. It's like 98.2 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
One of them.
Smooth.
It wasn't smooth. Smooth. But yeah, he actually confirmed that he is going to play Zeus in the film.
So that's the cameo.
That's a cameo. So it's weird this because the Greek gods are in the Marvel universe. Mm-hmm. We do have Hercules from there that's supposed to become a hero. Do you think that we'll see any of that sort of stuff?
Maybe that's leading into it because it might be the prequel to introduce the villain. Because if Gore, Christian Bale's character, is the God
killer.
Butcher,
Yeah.
like what if he killed all of the Greek mythology?
gods?
Yeah,
Fuck.
and
And that'll make sense because Hercules is supposed to be on Earth anyway, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
could be a team up there, Hercules and Thor.
Can you imagine if they got someone to play Hercules, right? But then instead of Crow, they just got fucking Kevin Sorbo to be Zeus? Be the biggest throwback, man.
Be horrible if he's Hercules, like old Hercules.
Oh, fuck. So, in regards to the Beatles movie that's coming out, we have Jacob Fortune Lloyd to star as the Beatles manager Brian Epstein. And to direct this is Jonas Ackerlund.
who did Kon-Tiki and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. So that Jacob Fortune Lloyd is from what's his face?
Queens.
Queen's Gambit. Yeah, he's really good in that too.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
So he
he's like a journalist in there. You guys watch Queen's Gambit?
Nah, not
No,
yet.
That
Not
shit
yet.
says fire, son.
Is it?
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to check it out. It's on the list. But yeah, apparently he was he was a massive sort of force in the Beatles' career, and he also he was gay in the 60s when it was a felony.
Yeah, you could go to jail for that shit.
Yeah. So he was like keeping his lifestyle a secret and everything while still promoting the biggest band on earth at that time.
Shit.
I think they mentioned him in the Queen in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
They mentioned that so and so worked with the Beatles manager and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if what's his face mentions him as well in Rocket Man.
Elton John in his biography mentions him.
Does he?
Yeah.
What does he say
sorry.
about him?
Elton John? No, it's in the Bee Gees documentary.
Ah,
They mention him because, one of the guys that worked with this guy went and managed the Bee Gees.
fuck.
Yep. So some big news. We had a big press conference broken by Australia's own Angela Bishop.
Angela Bishop, he'll see in I think Spider-Man 2. I think you get to see Angela Bishop.
Doing big things. So George Miller and Chris Hemsworth headed up this press conference to confirm that the Furiosa movie will be shooting in Australia
Fuck yeah.
in June. So it starts shooting
Couple of months, boys.
for a 2023 release. I think June 2023.
Yeah, June 2020.
So this Furiosa movie isn't just going to be Hemsworth. It's got Anya Taylor-Joy from Queen's Gambit again and Yahya Abdul-Mateen III.
Yaya has not seen Home.
No way.
It'd be about 2 years by the time Yaya gets home.
He's like the backpack actor.
He's the last time he's been in Germany right now during this whole pandemic shooting The Matrix, and then he's gonna wait a couple of months and fly down to Australia to fuck.
He might just come down now.
Mans is busy, man.
But they're actually going to shoot a bit of this in Western Sydney
Yeah.
and go back to where they originally shot the first Mad Max, Broken Hill. Because now I think it's all desert again. Unless they get hit by
you'd hope so.
a once-in-a-century storm.
We got our once-in-a-century storm. It's a wonder they're still trying to fucking locate there. So if you guys didn't know, like in Australia, it rained for like 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
And nobody was underwater or anything crazy like that, but it was crazy.
Yeah, it was big for Australia.
Big for Australia. So I don't know if it's weird because every time Miller decides to shoot a fucking Mad Max movie here, it storms. Like, it's just weird.
As excited as I am about like seeing him return to that world, I wish we just got a Max movie.
Same.
Like I just want to see what Max is doing now. Now that he's moved on, where did he go after that? What's he doing? What adventure did he have? But I'm excited for that cast because that cast, like Anya Taylor-Joy, Hemsworth, and Yahya,
We've seen
big.
We saw what he's done, right? What he can do. I mean, George Miller is extremely sort of prepared, right? So he'll storyboard so that he can get his designs, so that he can build and everything, right? I think he's done all that already. I think he could probably shoot 2 fucking Mad Max movies in that 2 years or whatever it is that he's trying to do.
Hopefully.
That'd be so cool. And that's why Hemsworth is there. It doesn't make sense. Who the fuck is Hemsworth supposed to be? It's not going to be Max.
Nah. Better not be Max.
Better not be Max.
Not lean enough to be Max.
If he stripped down like he did for the whale movie. What's it called?
Heart of the Ocean.
Heart of the
Heart
Ocean?
Of the Sea.
Heart of the Sea? Yeah. Heart of the City.
Ain't no love. Speaking of ain't no love in the heart of the city.
Fucking bad.
Oh, my bad. So, sorry. All I got is the doom, doom, doom. So Ryan Coogler was talking about Black Panther still filming in Georgia. Sorry, I can't recall this article.
So, you remember last week how we were saying the Will Smith Antoine Fuqua movie Emancipation actually pulled out pause of filming in Georgia because of the new rules
Yeah,
that
the
they've got in place.
voter suppression rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they've set up in Georgia.
Yeah.
Whereas Ryan Coogler actually did the opposite. So he's doubling down on filming in Georgia because he wants to make a statement.
Yeah.
And that statement is to kind of bring awareness to what's happening in Georgia and to sort of help them work through it as well.
Yeah.
So when I seen this article, I actually went through and kind of read some of the comments, right?
Yeah.
So the two biggest things is that like Georgians need ID when they go to vote, and they can't take anything from the political parties that are there that are set up, like the tents.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, one, they don't want any fake votes, so that's why they need ID, which is nothing new to us here in Australia.
No.
Where it's mandatory voting and we have to bring that ID.
Fucking these guys get to vote during the week. It's not just one day.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we get told, hey, there's a vote coming up on Saturday. You need to fucking be there. Whether you're at work or anything, you need to make sure that you're there to fucking vote.
Or do an absentee vote.
Yeah. Fucking wild.
Or get fined.
Or get fined. Fucking $90 champion.
So the other thing that people were very vocal about was that no one's allowed to give you water. But that's what they were saying. You're not allowed to get water there. No one's allowed to pass you water, but that's not the case. It's actually that no political party is allowed to solicit or give things to the public because that may sway their opinion on that political party.
Might sway that vote.
Whereas, like, if you know someone, if your friend comes up to you with a bottle of water, you can take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it's someone that's just kind of like helping out, volunteering to give things out, you can't take it because that's illegal.
Yeah. Which is weird because over here we have all of the political parties sort of outside the voting places, and they're giving out flyers and information and talking to you, how you going. It's kind of weird.
It's the most awkward conversation
It
ever.
is.
Yeah.
Because you take their forms and you just like bin them straight away.
Badly. But then they got the sausage sizzles.
Yeah.
You fucking kill.
Fucking steak sandwich there is all right.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never
man.
had the steak sandwich.
Steak sandwich is all right.
That's next up. Next election.
I don't stay around for the food, eh?
No.
I want to get the fuck out of there as soon as possible.
Like
Yeah.
we go like 9:30 in the morning to go vote.
Yeah.
And we just like duck in, brrr, fill that bitch out, and then like we're out.
Yeah.
Get my name marked off. Thanks, champion. Most people just draw like they'll vote. Like it's weird because if you still vote properly, but then still draw a big old dick on the piece of paper, it's still counted as a vote because you filled it out properly.
As long as it isn't like obstructing anything, right?
Yeah.
Why is
See
that
how
so funny?
serious we take our voting.
That's just writes fuck you in the top right.
You can if you want. But yeah, it's just weird. But yeah.
What's also weird, so Downton Abbey 2 is coming out this December.
Yeah.
You know they've only just started filming?
Well, it is like, I mean, it's a period piece and everything. So they've got all the costumes, and they've obviously got the place where they shoot it because it's only set in one place though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no plot details at the moment.
Yeah.
But off the success of that first Downton Abbey, it was big money. Big money to be made.
It's a big demand for this.
Yeah,
you
there
got-
is.
You guys watch this?
Nah, never.
Nah, it's
Jules watched it.
Mom watches it.
Downton Abbey.
All right.
Big news.
This big news, yeah. So we finally got confirmation that the greatest Batman is coming back to Batman
Fuck yeah.
again. So Michael Keaton has been confirmed as, well, he's been confirmed to be in the Flash movie. We don't know if he's going to be Batman or Bruce Wayne, but it'd be stupid if he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like, that was the biggest news for me.
Yeah, man.
I got to see Batman in '89 in the cinemas. It was excellent.
Did you see Returns as well?
Yes.
I saw your
and Forever.
I saw your tweet when you were talking about that.
And Batman and Robin. I've seen every single Batman movie at the movies. Every single one. Yeah. It's my claim to fame.
So Keaton was like playing a coy there because he was like, will I, won't I? It'll all depend on the script and if they get the script right and stuff like that. They obviously got the script right.
It was also giving him ducats. You know, that's what it was.
Holding out for that
I know.
money.
I want that money, son. Let's get this money.
Ben-
easy. I love it.
Benjamin Wallfish as well, who just scored Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Whose music was unbelievable in Mortal Kombat.
It was nice, Mortal Kombat.
The score was like really, really good.
Hell yeah. And also he did Blade Runner. He also did It Chapter 1 and 2.
The new Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was Hans Zimmer and Benjamin Wallfish.
This is in the tiny
Big
print.
words, little.
Yeah, it was.
Righto.
So he's also composing.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. That's all like Hans's crew, man. Junkie XL, Pharrell, that's all Hans's crew.
It's weird that Pharrell hasn't done more movies, eh?
Well, he's all caught up with them Despicable Me movies.
Oh, man. You know that I'm making money off Happy still.
Badly.
So, after working with them for 20 years, every time I see this fucking name, so Vin Diesel and Universal are partnering up for a Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie. So this one is going to be like a father-son fucking film where they they befriend a fucking robot. So what they're doing is they're making fucking Iron Giant again meets Real Steel.
This is Real Steel, man.
This is the Real
Straight up
Steel
Real
remake.
Steel.
Just watch him come out, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Real Diesel. Fuck him.
That's messed up. Watch him say, to make this robot work, we're going to need to have it diesel powered.
It's literally going to be like the title cards. These robots do not run on diesel. It's going to be him like full mad action scene.
I would walk out the cinema, but I pissed myself recently. They had a picture of a pothole on the road, and it's just fucking Diesel in that one fucking picture. Oh, fuck him.
Watch him at the end have to put on the exact same thing that Hugh Jackman put on to make the robot fight.
Yeah, it will. I've
Disgusting.
seen this movie already.
Yeah.
I think Real Steel was a Universal. No, it was a Paramount picture.
Yeah.
Fucking watch like Vin Diesel put on the suit, win the fight, and then do the drunken love dance. I'm telling you. It's going to be the leg taps and everything.
Vin Diesel.
I'm not that excited about it.
Me neither.
To be honest.
I watched Real Steel not too long ago. Shits was fire. Son.
Real Steel is one of.
Yeah.
one of the biggest surprises in the last 10 years,
was.
I think.
Yeah.
Surprising amount of heart in that one.
Yeah. And to see like Jackman like play a dick as well was like really, really cool.
Yeah, he didn't want his son.
He didn't want his son.
Nah.
Tried to sell that out.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Fucking Rock'em Sock'em Robots. This movie should have been done by Pixar. This is more in that Toy Story dimension for me.
He knocked his block off. Get him.
Oh, shit. Real Steel was also over the top. He didn't want him at first, and then at the end, he's like fighting for him.
Fuck.
Who?
Jackman. Jackman's
No,
actually.
no. But in what's his face, he it wasn't his choice to go away from his son. In Over the Top, it was that dirty fuck father.
Robert Loggia.
Yeah,
Robert Loggia.
we was talking about. I watched Scarface on the weekend. We were talking about how wild it is that Robert Loggia, an obvious fucking Italian actor, is playing a Cuban, and he's all bronzed up and whatnot.
Yeah, it was wild back in the day. It's wild.
Even though, Cubans generally look Italian. Look at Diaz.
Yeah.
But then you have the other spectrum, and you got a Yoel
Yeah.
Ramirez, who's just... Yoel's it's a specimen. Specimen.
Yeah.
They were saying that, he got into a fight or something with the UFC, and they sent him to the doctor to go get checked out. and the doctor called up Dana, and he was like, "Where the fuck did you get this guy?" And he was like, I don't know. He's like, he's a specimen. He's like, no, you don't understand. This guy's tendons in his eyes are twice as long than any other person on the planet. Like, where the fuck did you get this guy? Yeah.
What does that mean? Can that do the Guinness World Book of Records?
The muscles and whatnot in his face are just longer than everybody else's.
Fuck. Chewing on them tennis balls.
Pause.
So, Into the Spider-Verse sequel has set new directors in Joaquin Dos Santos, Justin K. Thompson, and Camp Powers, who just co-directed Soul, and he actually wrote One Night in Miami.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited about this shit.
Do you think we get an older Miles this time?
I hope so, man.
That'd be fire. Can you imagine like a 35-year-old Miles?
No. I'm talking like maybe 18, 19-year-old Miles, like out of school.
In college, maybe?
In college.
Yeah.
Still maintaining that spider life.
Yeah.
To just see how he is, like 2-3 years down the track. Yeah,
that'd be
man.
cool, man.
That would be good. It'd be tough if they keep him in high school for that long.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be like Spider-Man, where it was in high school for ages.
But do you, this Spider-Man's going to finish high school soon, right? He should finish high school this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you call it? I was so Nick Rondo, one of the animators for Spider-Verse, he had a tweet recently where he was like, I was at a Q&A and someone asked me what was the hardest animation that you did for Spider-Verse. And he was like, if you caught me 2 years ago, it would have been when they're all grouped together in the fucking college room and then walking around the ceiling like that. He was like, if you caught me 2 years ago, it would have been that. But like rethinking about, my work with Into the Spider-Verse, it was the fact of Miles' dad finding him with dead Uncle Aaron. And the only reason it sort of clicked for him then was that going through that experience was so like hard for him because he was away from school when he lost his father and things like that. So he just got the midnight call saying, he's passed away and he had to like beeline it down there. And he was like, it was very hard for him to sort of animate that. So going through that was tough for him. But then he was showing some of like the more like animations that he did during that. And he's like, unfortunately, it's covered by shadows. You can't see it. But when Miles' dad is approaching and then he goes invisible and his dad turns around, where his gun is, you see the gun and then it dismantles and then it comes back together because of the smear frame of the frames actually of him turning around. It looks fucking cool.
That's sick, man.
Yeah. Twitter got all the information, man.
Yeah. Like he tweeted it out. It's a nice little thread there. Ugh. So Knuckles has been spotted on the Sonic set. The wild echidna. He better be fucking Aussie. If he's not Aussie, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I think in the Sonic TV show and the game, he's American.
Damn it.
Yeah.
They should just get Kano to play him.
Josh Lawson.
Yeah. You fucking beauty.
You fucking beauty.
You fucking idiots.
Fucking whoops.
That was hilarious. Yeah. The whoops killed me. That was straight Aussie. Fuck. But yeah, he's been spotted on the set. There's been stand-ins and whatnot for him and Tails. So see how it ends up.
Yeah.
My nephew would love that.
Yeah. Yeah, he would. He really would. I haven't showed him yet. So, because he'll say, can we just watch it now?
Yeah.
Doesn't understand how the old movie magic works there.
These things take time.
All the smoke and mirrors.
I think you know more about movie magic than old mate Brett Ratner with Sean Connery, mate. Fuck. So we have Antoine Fuqua, and he's going to direct a remake of Cat on a Hot Tinned Roof.
I always thought this was Hot Tin Roof.
I don't know.
Tinnies, mate.
Tinnies. But what is this about? This movie anyway?
So the original was about Brick.
Yeah.
From Anchorman?
I love my Brick Tamland. So he was a former athlete who turned into this massive fucking alcoholic. And he also had issues with his partner at the time, his wife, who was sexually frustrated. And and Big Daddy, the ailing and wealthy family patriarch. Yeah, so what Fuqua is looking to do is that he's looking to take elements of the original film and then adapt it into his own version of this film itself as well. So we might not see the same vices on our characters, but it'll still be the same sort of storyline.
It's a very very dramatic departure from what Fuqua's normally done.
Yeah.
It's always a revenge story or a crime story or action story or something like that. Whereas I've never seen him do something this dramatic.
Yeah. I mean, we get beats of it in Southpaw, and some of the strongest beats I've felt in that movie as well. But we haven't seen something without the action sort of stripped away from it from Fuqua, yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder
everything.
I wonder if he's trying to sort of get out of that. Not get out of it, but just show some more range in his older years.
Well, he shows that range in the quiet moments in I was going to say Taxi Driver, in Training Day.
Yeah.
You see it, you feel it, but it's just because it's like, it's 100% LA, that movie. That's why it feels the way that it feels.
But that movie feels really dangerous, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to
Yeah.
have soft Fuqua,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
You get some moments in The Replacement Killers as well when Chow Yun-fat's talking about how his mother and his sister, or his mum and his daughter or something like that, how Wei's going to kill them if he didn't do those 2-3 jobs.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that again. I love the score in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that in Brooklyn's Finest when he's like, he was the cop that, went undercover and what's his face's crew, and then now you're asking me to kill this man and set him up and all this sort of
Is that
stuff.
Cheadle?
Yeah.
Wow. I forgot that was Cheadle, actually.
It's Don Cheadle and fucking Wesley Snipes, man.
Snipes is in there.
Shit.
That was a good
Snipes is
cast,
a
man.
machine in there.
It's fucking funny that you mentioned Training Day, because I saw a meme recently where it was when the whole squad's online and no one invited you, and it's just him.
I always go back to that scene where he's like quiet in the car and he's like, yeah, boom, 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 boom. This is why I gave you an Oscar? Really?
For me, it's always when he takes out the 245s.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, motherfucker.
My favorite bit in that whole fucking movie is just you know what? I will have breakfast. No, you don't fuck that up.
There's also the what's his face. You said suck my dick, bitch, right? Pull him down. Come on. And he starts rubbing the guns.
real salacious there with the gun run.
Really?
He's also licking his lips at the same time. All right. We got One Take J over here. James Gunn, Suicide Squad director. Came out for a recent flex on Twitter.
This is a big flex.
Saying, hey, my movie actually didn't need reshoots.
Yeah.
We got it all in the fucking can, on schedule, on time, actually ahead of schedule.
Ahead of schedule.
And he
'Cause
said-
he had planned, 3 months?
And that was the thing. I'd planned to be ahead.
Yeah.
Catch up, motherfuckers. That was his exact words. Because James Gunn's got a smoke like that on Twitter.
The gun is smoking.
The gun is here.
He wants all the smoke.
Fucking West Side Gun.
But even though he finished early, he said he won't release the film early. No. Still locked in for August 6th release.
Yep.
And I'm excited for it, man.
This is just Gunn having in case shit time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In case those special effects don't look as good as I want, fuck it. We got time, B.
Every director I feel should do that. When you're getting that movie down to the line, it's a bit rough, man.
Yeah.
It's in that rush that it breaks a movie.
You know what's fucked up though is that during pandemic, right? We had those big delays. You look at Fast and Furious, but
Bond.
they probably didn't incorporate that in case shit time. You know what I mean? So now that you get a rushed movie that's 2 years late, it's okay. So he said there was one other movie that also did that. No reshoots. He said there was one movie that did this, but mine's the next one up.
I don't know.
James Gunn also has a point to prove as well. Like man's had all like the trials and tribulations prior, and now he's coming out fucking swinging.
Yeah.
Guns blazing. Blood brothers.
James Gunn hands. All right. This next one's a bit controversial, potentially. So we've got a Fallon Fox biopic in the works. So for those who don't know, Fallon Fox was actually is actually a transgender fighter.
Okay. Yep.
So transitioned into the female MMA league. But for 3 years, and this is where it can get kind of controversial, for 3 years didn't actually tell anyone that she had undergone the change.
Okay.
And transitioned.
Yep.
And then kind of came out, and there was more controversy surrounding like her fights that she had sort of been in. Famously had disputes with Ronda Rousey and other members of the UFC.
Yep.
Saying that while her physical appearance has changed, her bone density is still the same, and that's an advantage against other women fighters. Was beaten in the league, though, by, I can't remember who. But yeah, that's there. I think there's an inner and an outer journey, and hopefully this sort of encapsulates all of that. Hopefully we don't get a shallow biopic. Like I really want to see the sort of the dirt and the grime and kind of all the things that happened in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you want to see a realistic depiction of the trans community, or in this case, this trans person.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Because otherwise, it's just going to be like rainbows and butterflies, and that's not how it is.
Virtue signaling and fucking, all that other nonsense that comes
A lot of
with
bullshit.
this.
Yep. This could be like a big triumph and peace for trans community, but if they fuck it up, like
if they make it a puff piece, if they make it a fucking a message, some other bullshit, like nah.
The messaging's got to be that, like, you know, the journey's hard.
Yeah.
Has to be that. Like, these are the fights that kind of happen to get the trans community to a place where they can be more vocal, outward, sort of like visible.
Yeah.
And proud.
Definitely.
So I'm excited what they bring. They didn't say who was kind of like in the background developing or whatnot. But yeah, I want to see the angle, because I don't want it to just be victim. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want it to be a realistic take on it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I want to see an actual transgender person play the role.
Yes.
If they fuck that up, then I'm sorry. Your movie died before it even started.
Yeah. Well, you seen what happened when they tried to cast ScarJo.
Yeah.
Everyone was in that ass. Everyone.
This is dumb, though. This is dumb to do that.
Yeah, definitely. You need to have like honest depictions of characters in these films, especially now when we need it the most, because there needs to be representation for all different walks of life.
Yeah, no doubt. There's like a big community of trans actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, there would be.
Yeah.
Got the pick of the litter.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
They'll fuck that up, though.
Yeah.
I know they'll fuck that up.
Yeah. I'm thinking that too.
It's fucking disgusting, man. They need to get their act together. But
Is that a pun?
So big rumors here. Huge rumors.
This is it. This is like an explosion rumor.
Pause.
A romance explosion.
So the rumor is Marvel is looking to incorporate all the Netflix heroes into the Marvel universe, into the MCU.
So those Netflix heroes being like Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, Daredevil. Jessica Jones,
Wilson Fisk.
Wilson Fisk.
Yeah. They didn't have as much, I guess, mention of Luke Cage and Iron Fist, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do come back.
What? Not surprising.
No.
Like, Luke Cage got better with that second season, you have to admit.
I didn't watch the second season.
Yeah, it was a bit better.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was just for me, like, you know, them spoilers killing off Cottonmouth so early just didn't feel right to me.
You know, Mahershala was like, I got other properties I want to develop. I'm dipping.
Yeah. I got this little movie called Moonlight and I want to get fucking Oscar
Needs 14 minutes of my attention.
fucking wild, man.
Can you imagine him on set? Watch me win this shit. 14 minutes.
Fuck, that just reminds me of fucking Get On Up. Watch me show you how daddy don't take no mess. But no, this is huge, man. Like, having the Punisher come back as well. But they're saying they're not going to follow the arcs that they developed within the Netflix series. So they'll be the same characters, but it'll be a different path to where they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll almost be different characters.
Yeah.
But they'll just be the same actors playing them.
Yeah.
So it might just be multiverse shit.
Well, it could also just be, hey, we've actually got, like, you know, proper costumes for you now as well. Yeah.
That'd be mad.
The Daredevil costume was legit, though. I really liked that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but it could have been better, that costume. So Stephen DeKnight was talking to, what's his face on Twitter? Wilson Fisk, D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
And he was like, it'd be stupid for them to recast your role because, you know, you currently are Wilson Fisk. That's what people see you as in the MCU. Like, you can't be anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He liked one of my replies the other day.
Who?
Stephen DeKnight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because he was like, it was like this string going around called name a movie that, you know, that you love that doesn't get enough love. And I posted a picture from Sunshine, you know, where he's standing in front of the sun.
Yeah.
I posted that and he liked that shit, so I was quite happy.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah. All right.
Curtis Jackson is joining free agents for Lionsgate. So this is about the players actually getting theirs back on the club managers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Curtis Jackson, or 50 Cent,
50 Cent.
is playing a linebacker. He's a bit older.
He's an ex linebacker.
Yeah, and he's a bit older, but he's planning a big old heist on these managers to get some money because, like, they got the new kid in there, they got some of the old guard. Like, should be good.
Can't
50
wait for
Cent
this,
in a
man.
sports drama.
Well, this is
Thriller.
almost like Den of Thieves with sports. You know what I mean? So 50's staying in that bag.
Yeah.
The DA could play this motherfucking tape in court. I'll kill you. I love 50, man. But this isn't 50. This is Curtis. This is Curtis Jackson. Yeah. That's why I put down Curtis Jackson in the notes, because it's not 50.
Yeah.
50 is a different beast. 50 is the guy that you see on IG trolling everybody. That's 50.
Please, 50.
Exactly. Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah.
Should be
Very
good.
excited.
Yeah.
So, Scorsese again. Scorsese's been all over this fucking news.
He's
man.
fucked around and hit a triple double.
I know. It's so good to see Ice Cube last week. We got to see him on the Jake Paul fight. So him, Snoop, Too Short, and E40 have a group together called Mount Westmore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's their super group that they put together in the pandemic. Yeah.
That's fucking
But
mad.
he did. Today was a good day on the what's his face solo.
That's
Fire.
sick.
Beautiful. But yeah, Scorsese, Owen Winkler, and John Carney. They're going to do this sort of musical that's inspired by the works of George Gershwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this will follow this one character as she goes through like past and modern day times.
Yeah.
And a lot of the sequences will be backed by George Gershwin's music.
Gershwin got a lot of shit.
Gershwin got bangers?
Yeah. Gershwin got shooters, man.
Got fire in the tuck.
It does.
Should be good, man. I like the synchronized sort of music with walking and stuff like that and sequences, like in Baby Driver.
Well, you can it's weird because what's his face? This should be a concept that people use a bit more, right? So you don't have to. It doesn't have to be a biopic of the actual of the person. Just use their work to sort of inspire you. So Irv Gotti did this with the Tales series, right? So it was a series on BT, right? So what he'd do, he would take a song. So say it's the All I Need by Method Man and Mary J. Blige, and make a whole show
episode?
about it, whole episode about that, just that one song, but using that song as the basis.
But that's like, it's a narrative though.
It's a narrative.
It's showing almost like what that song would be about.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that idea.
Is that still going?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Damn.
It's a really cool idea though.
That is a cool concept.
So we have the man, the myth, the legend, the dude that
villain.
should get in when no one else is ready for the role. Thomas, middle name is always motherfucker Kretschmann. So he's joining the Indy 5 cast in an undisclosed role, which we've speculated is probably going to be a villain role.
Yeah,
Sound-
that makes
sounds
sense.
villainish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good villain though.
I would rather him be the villain than Mads, only because I want to see more of Mads.
Yeah.
Pause. Because they never give the right amount of screen time to the villain.
Yeah.
Especially in these indie movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always just them doing villainous stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas I like to see the villain, like the more human side of the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very true. What if Maz just turns out to be like the curator for a fucking museum or some shit like
Like
that?
Marcus Graham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brody.
Marcus Brody. Yeah, that's his name. Who the fuck is Marcus Graham?
I don't know.
I think that was somebody that I worked with.
But yeah, and then Kretschmann just takes that fucking villain role. Kretschmann always like just mad as the villain now.
Yeah.
Like he a bad motherfucker.
Even when he's not the villain, like in Wanted, he's just a bad motherfucker. in
Yeah.
Wanted.
Yeah.
Even in King Kong, he was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Very true.
And he had like those villainous tones about him too. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the showrunner, Malcolm Spellman, is working on a Captain America 4 film.
Yeah.
So Anthony Mackie in the title there, as the title character, Captain America. Talk about it later.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I'm excited for this, man.
Same, man.
Fucking oath.
If they bring that same energy, because there's a different element. There's a different element getting into that sort of the bag at the end, but
Yeah.
it's a different
Yeah.
element seeing Cap like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about it later.
We'll get a little something there later, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so there's a documentary called Roadrunner, right? So it's set a July 16th release date this year. So this documentary is all about, Tony Bourdain. It's my guy.
Yeah. I'm excited about this,
Oh
man.
man. I hope we get to see some stuff that we don't see. All of the, because Anthony Bourdain's like, he was different. He was a different man.
He was so like specific and particular, but in a casual way.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't bullshit you.
Yeah.
Just tell you straight up.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
I love in Kitchen Confidential, his book, when he kind of just comes out and he's like, they'll try to sell you like this 16-piece fucking knife set, but
Yeah.
you don't need all that.
You don't fucking need all that.
You need a chef's knife. You need maybe a paring knife, if
Yeah.
that, and one serrated knife. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited for this, man. So it's actually going to get a streaming release as well on HBO Max shortly after, and that's probably where I'll catch it.
I'll be there for a bit.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
Anthony Bourdain is actually, he's the best.
Yeah, he is. He had so many interests and stuff like that, and I really hope they shine the right light on the man, because it's not gloom and doom with him. No, not at all.
I told you guys, I think his suicide was planned. I think that's what he wanted.
Yeah, That's how he wanted to go
That's how
out.
he
It's
wanted to
just,
go
it's just sad the reaction of the rest of the world. But if
Yeah.
that's how he wanted it,
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
respect to the man. All right, and that's it for film news this week.
Yeah, we're hitting up them trails.
Let's get it. So we got a trailer for Leo Carax's next movie, Annette. So this is his first movie since Holy Motors came out.
Holy motors!
This was supposed to be one of the wildest movies you haven't seen yet.
righto.
Yeah. Like you had never seen anything like Holy Motors. When Holy Motors came out that year, like in 2014, I want to say, it was on everyone's best of list. Top 10.
Is this guy one of those weird filmmakers like Raffin?
I don't think as much because Holy Motors was about this guy that kind of goes around doing weird shit to himself. Like he'll hurt himself and do things that just get a lot of attention. And that was the movie. I don't know the whole story though.
I was gonna say, fucking 2014 was a big year, man. What do you call it? 2012 was Holy Motors.
Holy Motors.
2014 was that Whiplash year, man.
Yeah, that's my year.
That's the one.
So yeah, this Annette movie is Adam Driver and what's her name? French actress, if I can speak.
The one,
Marion Cotillard.
yeah.
So she's playing like this not pop star. She's a soprano.
Yeah.
She's a singer, right? And then Adam Driver almost plays like this rock star. But then it looks like he just goes off the hinges and they have a kid and then it looks like he kills her and then still tries to stay out of, like, tries to get away with it, goes to prison, tries to stay with the kid. It looks wild.
Jesus.
It looks wild. Like, it looks deep, this one.
It looks very artistic, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does.
Adam Driver with longer hair look kind of wild as well.
This was like, so this was actually shot in 2019.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic,
Yeah.
everything was hunky dory.
And this was after Rise of Skywalker as well. So that's why he's got the long hair. Yeah. So we got another trailer for Love, Death, and Robots, Volume 2.
I didn't watch this because I didn't watch the first season.
Same.
I watched the first season and I watched this. It's a
Yeah.
lot of quick cuts. Animation is fucking, like, it looks
Yeah.
superb. And it also said, like, we'll also get another volume in 2023. So
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited when they give you the double park pause.
Double fisted killer while I drink and drive. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for more Fincher, more Tim Miller.
How much Fincher
Action.
is this though?
It's a lot of Fincher.
Is it?
This is him producing.
Ah, okay. So he doesn't actually direct one.
No.
He's never done an animated feature, right?
No.
Or Verbinski did Rango.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not Fincher. Not yet.
Not yet.
What do you call it? Is it just me or has Tim Miller been a lot more active on Twitter as of recent as well?
I don't know. I don't follow him.
It's been a lot of fucking posts on Twitter. A lot.
He wants to get in his fucking bullet train back. So we got a trailer for, it was like a little teaser for this movie called The Werewolf Within. Right? So this is around, there's like this little town and it seems like this werewolf has come into town and is doing werewolf things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all hole up
Yeah.
in this one like house and then they got to figure it out. But everyone's like, let's do this peacefully. We'll all be civil and stuff like that. But every motherfucker's grabbing guns. What
It's
was
almost
funny?
like The Thing, right? With the werewolf.
Yeah, and it's set during winter, like Christmas time as well. But
Yeah. It's like 30 Days a Night. Yeah.
What's funny about this is that it came up with the Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. Because at first I saw the Ubisoft and I was like, oh, is it going to be, what's that?
Splinter Cell?
No, the Bixby Wolf. What's his
Ah,
name?
Wolf Among Us?
Wolf Among Us?
Yeah.
'Cause they need to make a show about that.
Sheesh. Fuck yeah.
HBO needs to do that, man. Wolf Among Us would be amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
We got MODOK as
Yeah.
well. So this is the first full trailer, which looks pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
And I think it's Patton Oswalt.
Yep.
And a couple of others.
John Hamm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a big cast.
Yeah.
And the claymation sort of style of animation that they're using is pretty cool too.
I fucking pissed myself watching this trailer. Man.
So this one's dropping on Hulu in July, I think.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole season.
Wow.
Whole season straight up. You get it.
And it's actually Marvel.
Yeah, well,
Marvel-ish.
Marvel-ish because it's not canon supposedly, which is why they're launching on Hulu. But I think they could probably do some more hardcore stuff and that, you know, on Hulu compared to
Yeah.
Disney Plus.
Okay.
It looks like with the animation they're going for that robot chicken type of shtick.
Yeah.
But I was fucking losing it when he's talking about, so I'm a good investor. We're technically broke. What? Shoots that guy's arm off. Oh, sorry. I thought the coffee here was for everyone. Fucking died, man.
We got a trailer for Oxygen as well.
Yeah.
With Melanie Laurent.
Yeah.
From
What's his face?
Six Underground.
Six Underground and Shoshana.
Yeah. But who's the director?
It's Alexander Ayer.
Yeah, it's Aya, but it's like all in French.
Yeah.
Fuck, this movie looks scary.
Fucking oath.
Fuck all this movie.
Yeah, so this is like sci-fi buried.
Yeah.
So she's in like this pod, this research pod, and then she's got to figure out who she is and why she's in the pod so she can get out.
Yeah.
And her oxygen is running out.
Yeah.
So
90
she's only
minutes.
got 90 minutes to live. Yeah. But this looks intense.
But yeah, it's weird this though because like it almost seems like she's like a cryogenic sort of scientist.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's sort of stuck in there or if this is just playing out in her mind while she's been frozen or like what's happening there. Like it's just wild.
Unless like the whole world is dead and she's like frozen herself.
Yeah.
Because she's going like through her backstory.
Yeah.
And her relationships and stuff. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
We got a trailer for Here Again. So this is Billy Crystal and
Tiffany
Haddish. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Billy Crystal is he's a comedy writer for like TV shows and whatnot, and he befriends Tiffany Haddish, who's a singer.
Yep.
And you find out that Billy Crystal's got Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And he's losing all his memories. So what he does is he befriends her. It's not like, romantic relationship. It's just a friendship.
Yeah.
And she's looking after him while he's trying to finish his last book is what he wants to do. Yeah. And like, him sort of meeting up with his family and all that sort of stuff. Reconnecting. Yeah.
I got big Intouchables, the Upside sort of vibes from this.
Yep.
But yeah, looks all right.
Yeah.
I liked seeing Crystal actually.
That's what I was saying. I fucking, like, this sounds really bad, but I thought Billy Crystal had passed away. And then I saw this and I was like, wow.
I saw him. He did some late show interview.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know what I saw was some guy did a retrospective on Running Scared. Yep. And you know how they make it out to be like this full-on like comedy?
Yeah.
It's not.
Really?
It's a full-on 80s bloody action movie.
Really?
Oh,
with
shit.
a little bit of fucking humor in there. Just a little bit. But it skews more towards the action. There's a full-on car chase in that movie. And they're racing on the fucking... They're in Chicago. So they're racing around, chasing each other on the L train. On the elevated train lines. They're racing around on that, B. It's wild.
God damn.
Yeah. Peter Hyams directed that
Really?
movie. Yeah.
All right.
Looks quite good.
Okay.
Might have checked that one out there.
Yeah. We got the teaser for Dexter. Just a quick 10-second piece.
Yeah.
Zoom in on an axe and a tree.
And the name in the snow.
Yeah.
Where do they get a load of me? So that's the feel that I was getting.
Yeah, it was like back to nature. Dexter.
It's kind of, I don't know. I'm just not vibing with this right now.
I'll wait for the show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really need to see a teaser. I know what Dexter's all about.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing new that they're going to go, did you know this about Dexter?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit at this point. I just want to see the show and how attempts to wrap up that finale.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see if he still sees Harry.
Hope he does.
Hopefully he does. Hopefully he sees them all. Harry.
Well, can you imagine if it's not Harry anymore? Imagine if it's his son Harry. It's Harrison.
Or his sister.
Or his sister, yeah.
Or all of them.
Yeah.
Because what if he's lost touch? And then, like, only halfway through the season it comes back? But then it will be like season 2 all over again. Never mind.
Never
Season 2 was still kind of fired out.
Yeah, it was right up
Yeah.
until the Trinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
We got we got a trailer for The Space Between, which we talked about last week. It's actually coming out like soonish, like 2 weeks or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's Kelsey Grammer finding himself with the help of this kid,
Yeah.
the mailroom kid, and William Fichtner doing his thing.
He's a journeyman, man.
Yeah,
I love that.
I like Fichtner.
Cool motherfucker.
Good. And then we got 2 massive trailers.
Yeah. These are the biggest trailers of the week.
Yep.
So our first look at both of them. So we got a trailer for Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
which it looks like a martial arts epic. It does. And we get
Some of the best fighting I've seen yet so far in the MCU.
in the MCU.
Yeah.
Bar maybe the Winter Soldier, which I like that style of fighting.
And some scenes in Strange when Adkins is fighting.
yeah.
Yeah.
It looked a bit floaty for my liking.
Yeah. Very unfinished CG.
But that looked like it was the style that they were kind of going for. Maybe he goes into like a different world and then fights like that. I'm excited for like a martial arts superhero as well.
Yeah, same.
And it's definitely gotten me a lot more interested than I thought it was. Because from the jump, I was sort of like, well, I don't really know anything about Shang-Chi, but after watching the trailer, I'm like, I'm in. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, we were gonna watch it anyway, right? So it's part of the MCU. You have to watch it so you can get the other movies. So yeah, you know,
And the stinger at the end.
and the stinger. That's what we watch these movies for. The stinger.
The next movie. But yeah, I'll see it, man. Simu Liu looks good.
He does. It looks like he moves well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's in shape. And we got to see the Mandarin as well.
Yeah. Is the Mandarin his dad?
Yeah.
It is, eh?
Yeah.
Sick bastard.
Why the Mandarin have Sonya Blade's
I don't know.
Arcana powers? And then we got Conjuring 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I like the look of it, but then it felt so big for a horror movie. They had like sparks going off in the room and fucking lighting and like
You need to tone that shit back a little bit.
yeah.
That's what makes it scarier. That's what made the first Conjuring real fucking scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you lose that intimacy,
Yeah.
you sort of lose that horror effect as well.
Yeah. Because
Like
you go.
the scariest part for me in that trailer was when he's hiding in the fucking bath, and then you see the shower curtains, and then you just see the fingers, like shit like that in small enclosed spaces. That kind of fucks me up.
Yeah. In everyday spaces. And like with them shooting sparks and shit like that and lightening the room, you need to keep the shadows in there. Yeah. That's the shit that makes it scary.
Definitely.
Like it's not the cool camera moves where the kid's like fucking flipping right back up again and then the camera's like zooming, going under the table and all that fuck shit.
It's not about that.
Nah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's just real bad filmmaking.
So I'm like, while I'm excited for it, I'm also a little bit hesitant to get my hopes up because it's Michael Chavez who did Curse of La Llorona.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the best addition to the Conjuring universe at all. But because I love Ed and Lorraine Warren and Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga's take on it, I'm in for it.
Yeah. I think like the biggest thing that sort of draws me in for The Conjuring 1 and 2 is that with the camera movements, it's more POV than it is like just wide angles, things like that.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when you're under the bed with Vera and then you see the feet drop and then they start turning. Or when she's looking, you're looking the same way and then the nun comes out and shit like that. That fucks me up.
Yeah. I think what's also a staple of the Conjuring series is like they'll have a static shot that might be panning, right? And then all of a sudden there might just be a sharp pan and then it shows you something.
Yeah. And they, I don't know, with Conjuring 2, they just weren't afraid to show you what the monster was, but it still fucked you up.
Yeah.
Like when she looks down the hallway and the daughter's like, what's that? And you just see the fucking nun there. And then it's the painting in that room. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also the sound mixes and all that sort of stuff. Like in the Conjuring 2, when that old man is talking is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. Because they shoot the girl to keep her in focus.
Yeah.
And then he changes in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I was talking talking about this with Jinxie the other night, and it's just fucking religious film when it's done right for horrors is scariest shit that I can watch.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
And that's it for movie trailers this week.
That's everything.
Kicking it off with entertainment news. Rest in peace to Anthony Powell, who passed away in the week at the age of 85. I'm not too sure what cause of death is. That wasn't confirmed, and frankly, I'm not too focused on that. He is, and if we look back and celebrate his life, he is a 3-time Oscar-winning costume designer. He did costumes for Indiana Jones 2 and 3, so Temple of Doom and Last Crusade. 101 Dalmatians, he came up with Glenn Close's look. And the Oscars that he won were for Travels with My Aunt, Death on the Nile, the 1982 version.
Yeah. Amazing.
And Tess. So rest in peace, Anthony Powell. Our condolences to your family, friends, and fans. And yeah, thanks for your contribution to cinema.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Shock G.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also passed away.
Shock G, man.
Yeah. I don't know too much about Shock G.
Shock G was he was the front man for Digital Underground.
Yeah.
Digital Underground is the reason why we have Tupac.
Yeah.
Without Shock G, there'd be no Tupac.
Yeah. We lost Humpty Hump.
Yeah.
Shit, we were just talking about this last week as
Yeah.
well, off bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shock G is a fucking legend.
Yeah.
There's videos running around right now of Shock G breaking down everybody's flow.
Oh, really?
And whatnot. And he talks about Nas, how Nas will rhyme from the back of his throat. And Biggie will dance around the beat when he wants to.
Yeah.
That's why his flow was so different to everybody else's. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then, like, you know, he talks about Pac and how Pac sounds more like, you know, Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X sort of delivering a speech.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unreal, man.
Two legends. Our condolences to Shock G's family, friends, and fans as well. Yeah, jeez. It's just been RIP every week.
I hate it.
Yeah.
All right. So kicking it off, there Wyatt Russell did an interview with, I think, GQ.
Yeah. GQ's been interviewing everybody these days.
I reckon GQ's just our go-to. So he said he'll never play Snake Plissken in a remake.
Yeah.
Which he said, if I wanted to commit career suicide,
Yeah.
I would do that. That's the role that I would do. He actually like shit on it, I think, for a good couple of lines there.
Yeah.
No one in their sane mind would do that. Like, he just kind of went on. Wyatt Russell is Kurt Russell's son, so I think they were just being cute by asking the question. I don't think he should play Plissken, to be honest. I don't think anyone else should be Snake Plissken. And if they are Snake Plissken, it should just be in a video game or fucking... And even then, I would expect Kurt Russell to voice it.
I saw Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy. Why can't he do Plissken again? He's in shape, obviously. It's
Still in shape.
It's Kurt Russell. He stays in shape.
Yep.
He stays lean. they could just do what they did to the makeup and the digital effects and just de-age him.
But even now, like the older, sort of more tired heroes and movies that we've gotten from those sorts of characters, I would be happy to see what a Snake Plissken would look like in his 60s, last mission, last ride.
It's supposed to be Escape from the World, right?
Yeah.
Because he's already, at the end of LA, he literally shut down the free world.
Yeah.
So everyone it's all blackout.
Off the grid.
It'd just be fucking wild. So it has to be Escape from the World. But we've already got that movie. It's called Lockout. John Carpenter got his money for that one.
John Carpenter stays paid.
Fucking badly.
Yeah. So Scott Rudin has
Producer?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Has released a statement stating that he'll step away from film. Now, this is in light of multiple allegations of assault against employees that were under him. Some of them were items thrown at some of his employees, could have been a teacup. There were reports of a baked potato being thrown at people. One of the bigger ones was that he smashed a computer monitor on someone's hand, who sent that person to the emergency room as well. So with all these, it's fucking disgusting. So with all these like allegations coming to light, like I said, he released a statement saying that he's stepping away from multiple films at this time,
And his theater production as well.
Yeah.
It was fucked up, man, because this one guy's brother,
Twin brother.
yeah, got on a video and was explaining what Scott was sort of doing to his brother. You know what I mean? And all the abuse and everything, and how he just, by the end of it, he was just so beat down that he just fucking committed suicide, man.
Did he kill himself?
Killed himself.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's the reason why people like that should not be in leadership positions at all. The influence that you have over people, and this is behind the scenes, so you don't really hear about this, especially from a producer, right? Unless it's as high profile as Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
This motherfucker should, like, there should be a police investigation into all this shit, because he should face criminal charges for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why, like, we're not harder on this.
It's, for me, like, it's weird, right? Because all these guys, Scott Rudin, Weinstein, they get into the business. They've got hustle and everything. They hustle their way all the way to the top to fall in love with, to fall out of love, I should say, with making movies.
Yeah.
And then just making people's lives like the worst thing in the world. Like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
That's just dumb shit, man. You don't hear about this from a Feige or someone like that. You know what I mean? Because Feige still loves movies.
And it's funny how the rush of power sort of vents onto other people. You know what I mean? Like with Weinstein, the sexual assaults and stuff like that, I'm using my power to get this from you. Scott Rudin, I'm using my power.
But it's to take this from you. It's not to get this. I'm going to take it from you.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. I can't abide that.
Yeah, we've been harboring just fucking communities of toxicity for way too long, and I'm so glad that it's all coming to light now.
Yeah.
Fucking, and it's movies, it's video games as well. It's disgusting. Like, if I see it, I step up. I'll always look after my friends. Fucking don't let anyone get bullied. That shit is disgusting.
No one left behind.
Fucking, as soon as one person actually voices their opinion instead of staying silent in that fucking room, you see how many other people stand up with you too.
Yeah, that's true. Scott Rudin.
Fuck you, asshole.
Big time.
It's just dumb to be like that, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What was also dumb, right, is when Mads Mikkelsen auditioned for Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four movie. This is the Tim Story one.
He was going after Lone Griffard, was he?
Yeah, it was him, and
Going
it was
for Lone's neck.
So he said, like, him auditioning for that role was just fucking humiliating. He said he stood in this room, and then they were like, You see that soda can over there? Try reach for it. And Mads was like, the fuck? He said it was the worst audition he's ever done because the things that they were asking were not, it wasn't a proper audition process. It wasn't like he was showing his acting prowess and talent and that sort of shit.
Yeah.
It was, let me see you do this imaginary thing.
But that's dumb.
So
He's an actor. You'd be able to do the imaginary shit easy.
Yeah.
It's the acting that you got to fucking, you know.
So were they getting him to do the stupid shit that fucking what's his name that played Reed Richards?
Lower Grafud.
Longer fun.
Yeah, fucking they're getting him like remember when he gets drunk in Fantastic
Oh
Four
my God. And he
2
does
and
the
then,
dance.
Yeah. Never forget.
Why would Mads go for that role?
He was.
Mads should be, that is my doom.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's my doom.
He should have kicked Julian, what's his, McMahon's, like, straight out the armor.
I know.
Staying charmed, motherfucker.
What do you mean? Stay an Australia champion. That's where you need to stay.
Victor
Fucking
Von
nip tuck
Dickhead.
these nuts, champ.
Yeah. It's, yeah, he said, like, that was just the worst.
That's dumb shit, man. How dare they?
I know.
Fuck him.
But, like, I'm glad that he didn't no way. This is me reaching.
I know. Can you see the extension?
Pause.
Fucking
Jeez.
see him just hit that Magneto.
I know.
I'd laugh my ass off if they showed, like, the Lowen Grafud audition tape and him, like, this is me, stretch. Just going for it.
Really
They made him
screaming.
like crawl along the ground and everything. My arm does this and it goes up here and everything.
Snaking around the legs of the table.
Down under the door. Arm comes up. I'm opening the door. Dumb shit, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, man.
I could just see someone walking into the room and he's laying on the ground.
So James Cameron was on Jimmy Fallon because, you know, during this time, instead of getting, you know, Avatar 4K Blu-ray or The Abyss or True Lies, you know, or a proper version of T2 out
Or
to the
first
masses.
Terminator.
Or
which
the first Terminator, which is out in 4K on Apple, but can't be trusted. Instead of doing this, James Cameron fucked around and directed this whole series for National Geographic about fucking whales.
That's not even his bag, really.
It wasn't him in the water, supposedly. It was probably him filming it, so I call bullshit because the shots look like Cameron shots. But instead of doing, you know, what he could have done and what he promised to do, yeah, he did that. And then the talk went to, you know, Avengers being the highest grossing movie in the world and then getting toppled by Avatar once again.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, he's praying that, you know, cinemas open up really, really soon. He doesn't care about who's first and all that. He doesn't, that's not something that he cares about, but he wants it to get back to that stage where his movies and these Marvel movies can make $1 billion or $2 billion at the box office again.
$2 billion.
He specifically said $2 billion. You know how he is.
So to me, Cameron's become a company man.
Oh yeah.
Never would he ever say another company or this other product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This other project. Like now he's like Avatar or Marvel.
Yeah.
Or Marvel.
Yeah.
You know
Disney pays my bills, goddammit.
Cameron gotta eat.
But yeah. The footage though was kind of cool.
Was it?
Like you see this orc, you see this guy at the bottom of he's at the bottom of the ocean, and there's like this piece of meat there that's left over from like a whale or something, and you just see this orca come down, and it just stops and looks at this guy, and it's like thinking, what the fuck are you doing here? You know, you're supposed to be up there.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be down here, and he just looks at him and grabs the meat, and then like, you know, swims up a bit and looks back, and it almost looks like he's trying to offer the piece of meat to the guy.
That's mad.
It's cool though.
As soon as you said orca, I was in.
It's out now on Disney Plus. It's a whole episode just about orcas. So he goes through all the different whales.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm in.
Yeah, that first episode is the orca as well.
Well, I'll be in for the first episode. And then I'll be right the fuck out.
You know, the Meg is supposed to be as big as a fucking humpback whale.
Oh,
That's 60 feet.
I thought the Megs were bigger.
Yeah,
Okay.
60 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's like, 3 fully grown sharks, 3 fully grown bloody great white sharks.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, supposedly the great white shark is the reason why the Megs went extinct. They could just hunt faster and everything.
Jeez.
It's too big. It couldn't do what a great white shark can do, and the prey that they were hunting were too fast because they're used to hunting whales.
Yeah.
So they're really slow in the water. They wouldn't move like a normal shark.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
HBO Max, man. They got like the 2019 all of Shark Week up on it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon they'll live stream the Shark Week for this year?
I hope so. But they've got a full-on documentary about that big blue.
Oh, shit.
Is that the one off Hawaii?
Yeah. The giant one?
Yeah.
The one that's nearly 20 feet?
Fuck.
The female?
Yeah.
That makes you look like this big in fucking water.
Yeah, man. That shit's
Jesus.
scary. And someone was like swimming with it.
Yeah.
That's crazy shit, man. It's beautiful.
I love it.
So, final piece of entertainment news here. One that's very interesting as well is that Apple has been hit with a lawsuit regarding their videos on demand. Now, the biggest question you get out of this is how much of your digital content do you actually own when it comes to film or media? David Andino, I believe his name is, the main plaintiff in this case. Essentially what's occurring is that any movies, for example, that you buy on Apple, they have all right to just remove that shit without even letting you know, with no compensation behind it as well. It's just hey, it's gone now. You paid full price, but we fucked it off. And that's because of obviously digital rights, servicing, things like that.
Yep.
So the lawsuit behind this is to stop that from happening, essentially.
Yeah.
And
because Apple specifically used the word buy in their the app, it means we own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild when they just like take things off.
Yeah.
So like when
Because they lost the rights shouldn't mean that we lose the right to stream it.
yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So then Apple would also be looking for a different term to maybe call that.
That's right.
Whereas we think that it's probably an NFT
Yeah.
where like we buy it, it's ours, and we get like a stamp or something of approval and whatnot. But it's probably like a fungible token
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it can be swapped. But then when Apple take it off, we don't get the money back.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Similar lawsuits are also set up at Amazon as well, and I think Google Play,
Okay.
because like the rights are very similar.
Yeah.
Fuck. We'll see how this one plays out.
If Google plays in on that lawsuit, does that mean YouTube's attached since they own it?
Yes. Because you can buy movies through through YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you imagine they still call it buy, but just add the quotation marks?
They'll start having fucking clauses saying that
Yeah.
you can acquiesce this for a limited time.
Yeah. And you're going to have to, agree to it and all that other nonsense. And
This will be cookies all over again.
yeah, hopefully it just pushes more people into buying physical media because it looks a billion times better. And I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
No.
100%. And
Yeah.
that's it. All the news this week. All right. Let's break it down. We had 2 big events over the weekend. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier season finale.
Fuck yeah, man. AKA Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
As the tagline kind of breaks it down at the end there.
This was 45 minutes long, But this felt like 5 minutes, man.
Yeah.
As soon as this episode starts, it's just fucking action off the rip.
Yeah.
It literally felt like a movie, right? So Sam opened up the case in the last episode, and then bang, we're into it.
Yeah.
In this episode.
So the Flag Smashers were raiding the GRC like world meeting.
Yeah. To
that
try
they
and
were having.
force the vote.
The summit.
Yeah.
And then Cap and Bucky and Agent Carter show up. So Sam's entrance was him throwing the fucking shield through the window and then flying through it.
And then fighting Batroc.
Yeah.
The Leaper.
And then it was this chase through the streets. It was a helicopter rescue, which was also pretty fucking cool as well.
Yeah.
That was unreal.
It was a lot of shield use as well,
Yeah.
which I was liking.
Yeah.
Because he's actually incorporated that into how he fights.
The training actually worked out then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Rocky IV executed.
Yeah. Getting stronger.
But it was funny because there was actually quite a bit of prologue in this. Like the main bits of the story was about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
But then we got an additional like 10 minutes just to kind of like show us where everyone's at. So we get to see John Walker become US agent.
US agent, man.
We get to see Sam and Bucky celebrating.
Yeah.
And what's cool is like Bucky actually acknowledging him as Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to see what Sharon Carter's up to. So she, as Sam promised, she gets a pardon, a full pardon, gets to come back stateside. And in that, like, she then makes a call at the end of the episode saying, talk to our buddies because, like, we're now into, like, full government contracts and special weapons and all sorts of shit like that.
She shut him down, open up shop.
Yeah.
Do you reckon she's going to be the big bad for Armor Wars?
That's the rumor. That's the rumor going around. She'll feature heavily in Armor Wars.
She could also be in Secret Invasion as well. So her moves sort of look like Skrull moves too.
Yeah.
True.
So incorporating herself into government and then toppling like the US branch.
Well, her character completely changed as well. So
Yeah.
that kind of makes sense.
We also seen John Walker be a hero.
Yeah, which was and actually make the choice, right?
Yeah.
So I can go after Carly and kill her, or I can be the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he chose to be the hero, which was really cool.
Yeah. After he had like tried to beat her down, and he was like slamming those guys, man. But
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
was.
kill anyone this episode.
No.
So he stayed fairly good.
Yeah.
I like the armored car that was about to topple off the edge, and then like John Walker tries, and then can't do it, and then Sam just catches it, and like the Red Wings that can pop off, and then he like has like the jet propulsion
Yeah.
in
So
there as
sick,
well.
Iron Man's that shit.
That helicopter chase
Yeah.
was unreal, man.
Yeah.
The way that he lands, when he lands with him holding the shield, but his wings are wrapped around him like that is so cool, man.
That was cool because his wings are vibranium now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking sick.
There was so much to like in it that I was like, I need a season 2.
Yeah.
Like, even though Captain America 4 is going to be like, it's going to be mad.
Yeah.
Right? But a season 2 to get that same sort of, I guess, experience and time with Bucky and Sam Wilson, be fucking unreal.
What I fucking loved though was with that helicopter chase when he notifies the lady and it's like, we need to do this in perfect time, and you need to count down from 5, and then he fucking throws that shield to bust the door and then just fucking flies through it like that.
Yeah. That was
Fuck,
crazy.
that was cool.
And then on a more somber note, we also see Sam, after all the shit goes down, we see him address those in the GRC who are going to vote to just sort of disperse these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And put them in sanitariums and camps and whatnot.
Yeah.
And sort of urge them to try harder. I did like it felt a little preachy and staged with like how like he was having the conversation, but I think the conversation was worthwhile when one of the guys were like, but it's just too complicated, you don't understand. And then he turns around and he kind of says, well, now you know how we feel.
Yeah.
Like that's why you're in the position that you're in.
Exactly.
You guys need to figure this out.
You need to do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we see the vote overturned by the end of the episode. What I also didn't get, so the last flag smashers that are left alive, they kind of get arrested.
Yeah.
And they get put in this armored car and they drive off, right? And then
That guy is like one person.
One world, one people.
One world,
Yeah.
one people, yeah.
but then like they get blown up.
Yeah.
So when I watched it, I originally thought that was Steve Rogers because you didn't really see the old guy's face. I thought it was Steve like blowing the car up,
Steve would never.
but it was actually Zemo's guy.
Zemo's butler.
Yeah, because
That's why he smiles at the end like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't get that until way after. Actually, just kind of hit me.
So the rumor is that Zemo is going to head up like that sort of Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah,
Dark Avengers or whatever?
Dark Avengers, yeah. That's the rumor.
I want to see it. I want to see more of Zemo.
Because Zemo, he's not a bad guy.
No,
Just
I'm a
because
bad
you're a
guy.
bad guy.
Doesn't mean you're a bad guy. Yeah, like he's got reason to do what he's doing, which makes him that's why for me he is the best MCU villain that we've got. He's better than Thanos. He's better than everyone.
Yeah.
yeah. And then right at the end of the show, we get Isaiah really getting his flowers.
Fuck yeah.
And a tribute and plaque, a statue,
Yeah.
like dedicated to him, which really kind of, I think, sort of shows Sam recognizing.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like the whole episode I found wasn't about being a victim. It was about recognizing those that had come before.
Yeah.
Recognize it and figure out how we move forward.
Yeah.
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 I love it.
Yeah.
That was also it's almost the reparations talk as well within that whole scene. It's like the reparations talk as well, right?
Yeah.
So black people built America, but
Don't get recognized
they get
for it.
recognized for it.
Yeah.
I love on the plaque, if you pause it, you can read the whole thing, right? It actually says that they drugged them. They didn't know that they were getting these drugs, and they basically air out all that
Shit.
dirty laundry.
And
Yeah.
I think that's the honest conversations that we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one of the highlights out of that whole series, let alone that episode, was just the mission to try and shift that almost like indoctrination about the segregation of white and black America and how it is now, and trying to like work out our mistakes, acknowledge them, and move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think this was going to be the deep Marvel series.
Yeah. Me neither.
But this, like, especially this episode, hit the
Yeah.
bottom of the ocean.
The last episode, man.
Yeah.
The last episode when he's talking to Isaiah, like that shit was unreal.
Yeah.
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 It's big, man.
Got me.
Yeah.
And then we went like more popcornish
100% popcorn.
with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So the new 2021 Mortal Kombat, Joe Taslim, Hiroyuki Sanada, Louis Tan, Josh Lawson, Tadanobu Asano,
Yeah.
Ludi Lin.
Ludi Lin, Chin Han, Danny Huang, I think, played Kung Lao.
Yep.
What's your thoughts there, Once?
It was okay.
The first 40 minutes of that movie is fucking fire. But then after that, it sort of lost a beat for me.
Yeah.
But, like, if they had kept that same energy after that first 40 minutes, I probably would have loved the shit out of this movie. But I think there was just a few bits and pieces that I didn't enjoy.
For me, I just didn't get how Shang Tsung could do that. You know what I mean? Like I did that for me. That I didn't like that piece of the story. Like, Give me them trying to activate their powers and all that stuff. I don't mind that sort of stuff. But the fact that Shang Tsung could go and send Sub-Zero to, go kill off the champions before the actual fight is kind of wild to me. Like, I don't get that.
Yeah.
Shang Tsung could never.
Excuse
Not
me.
Shang Tsung. Shao Kahn would never ever do that because he's a warrior.
But in Mortal Kombat 3, even though they win the Outworld tournament in 2 and they win in 1, in Mortal Kombat 3, they actually find like a loophole to invade Earth. They do it anyways.
They do it anyway.
Well, that's what I was going to say as well, is that Mortal Kombat 9, when they take it all back, Shang Tsung invades, and Shao Kahn invades anyway into Outworld. I think they do the same shit in that second fucking movie as well.
Yeah.
So I was reading, one of the producers actually said he's got a 3-movie arc for it. The first one is pre-tournament. The next one is tournament.
Yeah.
And then the third one is post-tournament.
Right.
Which will be that sort of warish kind of...
They haven't had the tournament yet, eh?
Nah. So I think that's why they're recruiting again.
Yeah.
So this would be like fucking 9, 10, and 11 then, game-wise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100% they'd be stealing that. I really enjoyed it. So I didn't expect acting or anything. I didn't expect the script to be the greatest. But I think for me, what worked was the tone of the movie.
Yep.
The same way, like, I think John Wick works for me. So I don't think Keanu Reeves is the best actor. In a lot of, like, instances, he's pretty shit at the lines.
Yeah.
And very wooden.
Yeah.
But his technical ability in the fight sequences and the tone of that movie carries it.
Yeah.
Like, you want to see more of that shit.
Yeah.
And that for me was very similar with Mortal Kombat. I also got to shout out Joe Taslim, man, because Taslim spoke 3 languages in the movie.
Yeah.
Japanese, Chinese, and English. And like, he's just come such a long way. To see him in the raid, and he was probably in more than that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
And to see him now as Sub-Zero, he fucking nailed it.
He's the only person I can see playing Sub-Zero going forward.
Same. And apparently he signed on for 4 more movies.
Yeah, because Shang Tsung says at the end, death is just the beginning.
Yeah, is just another portal.
Yeah, it's just another portal.
I liked how, I guess, not minuscule, but like how small some of the fan service pieces were as well. Like the Kung Lao teleport when you first see him.
Fucking mad.
Yeah, that was fucking cool. And also the shout outs to other characters from the games as well. Like when you go to Gary, Indiana, shout out Freddie Gibbs, and they're going through all the different pictures, and you see the one for Egypt, and it's that golden piece. That's Kotal Khan from Mortal Kombat 10 and 11.
You see Nightwolf as well.
Yeah.
You see Katana's fan in the background behind Raiden. Yeah, there's quite a bit of fan service in the backgrounds. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Kung Lao's fatality
Oh, man.
that he does. That was
Unreal.
brutal. Maybe that's a new word. You can take that, Mortal Kombat.
Send a check.
I like the gore in it, that they didn't shy away from the gore.
Yep.
Scorpion wasn't in there nearly enough, though.
Yep.
But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, they could just make it Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and they would be the heroes, right? But then you need someone to sort of explain the Mortal Kombat lore and everything, and that's why we got Cole Young. He's like the audience surrogate. And like at the end, I liked him. I liked Cole Young. He ends up destroying Goro very quickly. I like that Goro fight, and I thought that was mad, like a nice way to kind of get him to get his Arcana out. But I wish he just didn't die.
I don't think he's dead.
Maybe because it's pre-tournament, no one dies.
No one dies. Shang Tsung can bring everyone back. He's a wizard.
True.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get Kung Lao back as well.
Yeah. Kung Lao back. It's weird, right? Because this time Sub-Zero is the bad guy. So usually it's swapped. So Scorpion is that is the bad guy that, Outworld usually has. And Sub-Zero is usually the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they grabbed that whole bit from Scorpion's Revenge.
Yeah?
Yeah. All that's in Scorpion's Revenge. The whole story, if you just cut out in Scorpion's Revenge where he's in hell and what he does to get back, and then he shows up at the end to take revenge on Sub-Zero, that's all Scorpion's Revenge. Yeah.
But this it sets it up perfectly because Sub-Zero now dies. Noob Saibot's going to come through in the next 2 movies. So it'll go from there. Because Baihan is Noob Saibot.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
So I turned black like that with the...
That's why he was like burnt at the end like that.
Yeah.
And he didn't die like he didn't burn up into ash.
Shang Tsung brings him back.
Yeah. Okay.
But and then Cyrax and Sector, they're ninjas of the Lin Kuei as well.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Reptile?
So Reptile in the games was Shang Tsung's like little dude.
He's an enforcer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it all sort of
hopefully that
works out.
wasn't Reptile in the movie. I don't like that version of Reptile.
I want a ninja reptile.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Keith Cook Reptile.
I was low-key hoping that Keith Cook would show up somewhere in this movie.
Same.
I reckon he probably could.
And there was another. Ermac is another ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ermac is meant to be one of Shang Tsung's generals. Yeah.
And Smoke.
Smoke is fucking Thingy. I think he's from the Lin Kuei as well.
Yeah.
Because they're all fucking ninjas like that. Because the Shirai Ryu is completely fucking gone.
It's
So
only Scorpion.
yeah. Because the bloodline ends with, it's meant to end with him.
Yeah.
So the Lin Kuei had all these ninjas. And then they all become cyber ninjas. Because they all get fucked up.
So I watched it twice on the weekend.
I did not.
I just needed to watch it once in the hype and once without.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it past the hype.
I'll watch it again.
Yeah, I
That's
think I
for sure.
need to watch it again.
Yeah. I think watching it without like the fucking stutters.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What'd you watch there?
I watched Collateral, Elysium, Scarface, Godzilla, Nobody.
What do you reckon? Nobody.
It was pretty good. Yeah. It's not John Wick.
No, it's
Not
not
at
at
all.
John Wick's level at all.
No.
But same tone though.
Yeah. Yeah. The headshots are the same. Yeah. Watch Monster Hunter.
Thoughts there?
Fucking trash, that movie. I knew that shit was going to be trash.
I was open to it.
But yeah, didn't enjoy it at all. Got 0.5 stars on my letterbox. Watched Rock and Roller and Captain America.
This is the first Avenger?
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
How was it watching Cap again?
It's good, man.
Do you still think Thingy can do a Boba Fett movie?
Johnston?
Joe Johnston. I don't think we need that shit now.
Nah.
I got what's his
Got
face?
the book.
Yeah, Book of Boba.
I watched I Saw the Devil, 10 Things I Hate About You, The Replacement Killers, and then I just got up to date with My Hero Academia for the 4 episodes they have for season 5 right now.
Going good?
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Fucking. The thing with My Hero is that I think I'm just going to wait until all of it's out because they always do that bullshit where it's like 3 minutes of action and the other like fucking 9 minutes is just explanation. So I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just wait because then I can just bang it out, pause.
Nice. So I watched Synchronic.
How was it?
Synchronic is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be some artistic fucking like, really sort of dour, serious shit. It wasn't. It was real. Like, it's him experiencing this drug, and there's a reason why he can go back in time because no other adults can do it. And then him experimenting with it because something happens and he needs to use it. Yeah, but Mackie's awesome. Jamie Dornan's awesome.
I'm going to check it out.
Overall
Really-
good.
It made me really excited for what these guys are going to do with Moon Knight.
When I watched that trailer, it had Reaper Man vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that sort of
Yeah.
like it's useless.
Yeah.
Not useless like the movie's useless, but like you can't like do anything to fight it. But yeah, it was fun. It was actually a fun movie.
It was a romp.
Don't fuck with me. I watched Fellowship of the Ring, the extended edition. Very good.
4K?
4K. Has to be 4K. Concrete Cowboy. So I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
I thought there was a lot packed into it.
It was, eh? Could
Yeah.
have been a series.
If that's what I was going to say, if they did a limited series, because they all came from different stables, but to see their stories kind of broken down and then merge into this one, because the fight's still ongoing, would have been really good. Like there was a lot more in the movie that should have been fleshed out because things just kind of happen.
Yeah.
And also that kid in there, I got those shoes, those Nikes. Those are my Nikes.
Yeah, those are.
Got those for Christmas 2019. Love and Monsters.
How was this?
This was really good.
I'm hearing that it was really good.
That Dylan O'Brien is fire.
Johnny
Actually,
Storm?
if he doesn't have that shaggy fucking hair. But this, I think I enjoyed more than Zombieland.
Wow.
Same sort of setup where it's the narration over and like that sort of fills in the gaps and it's quirky and quickly show you their backstory into what's happening now. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, extended again. Monster Hunter, which the writing was dog shit. The editing was dog shit.
The editing was the worst thing in the world. How many times did they show what's her face put that car in gear and then hit the gas? Megan Good. It's like in like a 10-second, I think it was like 15 seconds of film. They show it like every 5 seconds.
It was horrible. And from like every angle. So you don't know like, what the fuck's happening. It's like this guy studied under the guy that edited Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it at all. Why would you train someone and full do a kata and do preparation in a day?
How did they get to that rock where they were training? They would have had to walk on that sand. And then they would have got done by the
Diablos.
Yeah.
And Ron Perlman was just ill-suited for this role, man. This wasn't the one for Ron.
What was that hair?
Wait a
It's like
second.
he had like,
Goku-like hair?
Yeah.
Big?
Yeah.
Okay.
I swear it looked like monkey magic. That's what it looked like, man.
What do you call it? He's meant to be like the first fleet fucking captain. He's meant to be a bad motherfucker that travels the world and then disappears and comes back with new information.
yeah, that's what he was doing. And they showed the cat Calypso as well. Yeah. There at the end of the movie, there's also a promise for like bigger things to come, and they show another monster, and the gateway's still open. Paul Anderson, don't get the fuck out. I then watched Luther season 2,
Nice.
which feels like it's a bigger season, and they've just cut out 4. Here's 4 for this year. I'm gonna give you 4 the next year, and then 2 the year after that. Boondock season 2. You know what's funny? Like watching this, it just made me think of that Denzel Curry track when he's like, "Stink meter, my demeanor when I see ya."
Oh, falling apart.
Yeah. And Stink Meaner is the character. That like he's like the blindo that the granddad killed. And then I caught up with Invincible to episode 7. I'm liking the show because it's like there's a mystery and you know who did it, but you don't know why they did it. It's a why done it.
It's not a whodunit, so it's Knives Out.
Yeah.
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 And that was the week.
That was it. It was a big fucking week.
Film. It was a big week in film and news. You can catch us on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. We're on Spreaker as well. Give us a listen. It'll help us continue this this show. You can find us on YouTube as well, Logosmith Media. And love yourself, love movies.
Get a vaccine.
Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.
I'll be back.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Go under your butts.